Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Irish Column for Sunday, the 8th of June, 2025. My name is Paul Fitzsimons. I'll be joined by Martin Murphy now in a minute and Orla Donoghue. And we've a bit of a packed show here now. We've a lot of stuff to talk about, but the main thing we talked about was the protest yesterday in Cork. It was a great turnout. We reckon about 15,000 people. So, listen, well done, everyone who came to Cork and who showed this government, tried to show this government how upset they are with what's going on between the illegal immigration and everything else. And I'm just going to bring Martin up there now. Just bear with me.
Hey, Paul.
Hello there, Martin. How are you this evening?
Hi, everyone. How are we all doing this evening? I'm absolutely.
It was a great day yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh, it was brilliant. I clocked up some miles yesterday. I had some people to drop home after. I'm wrecked.
So
absolutely
did we.
Wrecked.
Yeah, so did we.
Yeah, fantastic day. It was brilliant. Great turnout. You know, well organized. Fucking once again, we outnumbered the lefties massively. Although some people on the left don't seem to be able to count, which is very funny. I saw some very funny posts online about the numbers. You know what I mean? That we had 2,000 and the lefty crowd had 10,000. Stuff. They're just.
Now, I will say it. The lefty crowd did have a few thousand, all right, but it was nowhere near what we had. Jesus, it was nowhere near what we had. You know,
see that
it was.
Numpty Tig, what's his face, the so-called comedian was talking at it. God, he's some dope of a human. What's his name?
Which fella?
Tig Hickey, is it?
Oh, I heard him talking shite. Yeah,
isn't he?
Yeah. Bullshit artist.
He's painful. He's absolutely painful.
Yeah. All good here, Chris. Great turnout in Cork yesterday. Yes, it was. Jaden is going, the old intro was there. We need the new one. Jaden has sent us in a new,
Jaden, thanks very much for the images yesterday. I liked being Thor, and thank you for making me taller as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen them. Orla said she has some stuff on now tonight to show us.
They're very good. They're very good.
Good
Frank Conway has
no internet problems tonight. No. Good evening, Martin. Good evening. Hi, Paul and Martin. Yeah. Trish Clark, what's Trish saying to me there? They're there in Cork every week doing that protest, Paul. Is it the same crowd, like thousands like that? There was a couple of thousand there, like, you know what I mean? There was, because I'm going to be honest, we got down there, myself and Gavin and his kids and Val got down there. We got down there about 1:30, and I got a text off Andy Quirk. Lads, any chance you can send a few lads over to help us? He had 6 lots of flags, like, you know what I mean, all in the back of his car, him and his ma, you know, so we no way of getting them across. So we went over, me and Gavin, left the kids and the whole lot, we headed over, and we had to walk through them arseholes, like, you know what I mean, with all these flags on their shoulders, like, and people are coming up. How much of the flags? I said, are you with them or are you with us? Oh no, we're with you. I said, well, they're free to you. I said, they're a tenner to them. Just joking, like, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be honest, the 2 lots of flags I had were gone by the time I got to the end of the street, with people just asking me for flags. And Andy Quirk was the same, you know what I mean? And it was brilliant. Like, Orla has just sent me on an image there. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm loving that. Yeah, I'm loving that. I don't see myself, but I'm not seeing myself here, guys. So we'll just bring Orla up there now as soon as she comes in. Let's just say, Paul, can you show Martin Kev's video? Think he will enjoy it. The private border proposition will be done next week and will send by the Libertarian team to Ireland first. Okay, no problem. Which one was that now? The one you sent me, was it? What's the story with Tom? Another split. Listen, Tom has decided to go his separate ways and set up a new party. And listen, good luck to him with it. Good luck to him with it. Like, there's nothing we can really do about what Tom does. Let's be honest about you know what I mean? So, listen, good luck to him. So, I hope it all works out for him. But another party, I think, is going to split votes on us as well. But listen, hey, we'll soldier on with Ireland first. And I think we can win this thing with Ireland first. So, I think, yeah, we should be good. What do you think yourself, Martin?
I'm all for freedom and individuals to do what they want to do. So more power to him if he feels that's the right way to go. Like I said, that's it. Each individual is free to do what they want themselves. Do what they want themselves. You look, you know yourself the discussions we had. Everton is good now. Yeah, seeing that first thing this morning, I was a little surprised. I was kind of, where's this?
I was a bit taken aback as well. Yeah,
I was like, what the? Everton was grand yesterday. We had a great day yesterday, but look, each individual can do what they want. And like I said, all the best to them with it. Like I said, I've nailed my colours to the mast with Ireland First and with Sinn Féin from a non-political point of view, and I'll be sticking with that. And I've said it before. Until somebody shows me something better, or a true leader emerges, I have to just stick with what we have at the minute. You know, like I said, I know there's unity talks upcoming and stuff like that. Really looking forward to those. Hope to be involved. If not, it doesn't matter. But you have to. If you've put time and money into something, you need to see it through. But I'll say what I always said: if somebody presents something better, they'll get my unwavering support. But I can't see it at the minute.
Yeah, Rob Duffy, another party. That's kind of ridiculous. Well, it is kind of ridiculous. Well, listen, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Look, I suppose there's an argument to be said for it, because the all of the existing nationalist parties, or mostly existing nationalist parties, are either inactive or they have some form of issue, ELC issue or internal issue holding them up. So I from one point of view, I can see people's frustrations, because there is a lot of stone throwing, and there's a lot of look. I call it the nonsense and stuff like that. I try to have as little to do with it as possible. So from that point of view, I can understand people getting frustrated, going, no, we just need to wipe the slate clean and start again. But yeah, look, it's a bit of a mess. It is what it is. If this was easy, everybody'd do it. You know,
Exactly.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But look, do you know what? It doesn't matter. Yesterday was about the great thing about protests is there is fantastic unity. I was said hello to Patrick Quillen in the National Party. I was talking to the IFP guys. Was talking to everybody involved in the movement. People in Sinn Féin.
I heard you handed something over yesterday. Did you? What was that all about?
What was that all about? I happened to see Herman Kelly in person for the first time in quite some time. So I politely went up and tapped on the shoulder. I said, hello, Herman. And I handed him back my old IFP membership card. I said, that's for you. And that was it. And he just gave me a big well, Martin. And there was no nothing. I didn't make any comments about the slurs he'd been making about me online. But that's how I operate. If I have an issue with somebody, I would go straight up to their face and say, well, I didn't feel the need to argue with the man or anything like that, or I just said, there you go, that's yours, and gave him a big smile and walked away. But somebody told me that his face wasn't none too pleased. But like I said, I'm not going. He put all the attacks out online and stuff like that. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. Rob Duffy is just saying there. He said that Ireland is a corporation, and that's the reason he left, because he wants nothing to do with it. Area 42 is his new thing. Yeah, well, talking about corporations and
so
things like that.
There is a belief system that Ireland is still beholden to the Crown, and that and in some sense it is actually, this is correct, and the Bank of England, etc., etc., etc. And there are people who are very passionate about the name of the nation, which is ERA. And like I said, like this is all good stuff. It is. I understand it's going to be very difficult to start something new from scratch, but more power to them. And like I said, if they have convictions in their beliefs, then I have nothing but respect for that. Because if you believe something, you should pursue it. You should fight it. So look, more power to them. I don't like the way it was done. I don't mind saying that out loud. It sort of sideswiped us a little bit this morning. Where did that come from? Now, look, there had been discussions and stuff like that in the background, but I didn't think it was going to happen like that. But look, like I said, it is fucking Tom's a great man. Does what he does. He does his thing. He's got some support with him. More power to him. And we just continue with that with our stuff. So it's not. There's no splits. There's no nothing. There's slightly different visions on what we can achieve. I think this isn't crapping on anybody. I sit in a very kind of realist mode all the time. I look at what's achievable and what's worth investing in. I don't follow pipe dreams because it's a waste of time and energy. So I have a much more pragmatic approach to the political side of these things. Other people are perhaps more passionate, perhaps more ideologically driven. But again, more power to them. I have no enemies across this movement, and everybody is as long as you're a small little cog doing something, you have my respect. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I'm going to bring Orla up there now. Hello, the lovely Orla. How are you this evening?
Yeah, Grant. How are you?
Are you wrecked? You wrecked from yesterday. It was a long old slog, wasn't it?
Well, at least I went to bed at a halfway reasonable hour, unlike, certain other people. I won't mention any names in red, who was trying to, force more drink into me.
I'm glad I'm wearing blue.
Who was that?
Who's that queen in red?
Martin.
Who was that?
Oh yeah, no, nobody.
What happened?
My keyboard has stopped working there for some reason, so I can't put up how many we have. We're nearly up to 500 there, people. So keep her shared, keep her lit. I'm just going to put out this here. You can join us, watch live and comment at FitzyDub on Twitter, at Anthony L. Casey, at Rugamorph27 on Facebook, Paul Fitzsimons, Rugamorph, and www.theirishchannel.com/live. You can also get us on the WhatsApp on 089 203 1521. So, yeah, as I said, we're nearly up to 500 there now. So, my keyboard has stopped working, so I don't know what.
We were drinking yesterday, Orla.
3. That's all I had.
I didn't drink at all. I was straight back up with Gavin.
Yeah, you were driving. Yeah.
You got
we went to the pub afterwards, to a very rude pub, shall we say. They weren't too overly keen on us being there. And you were nearly for asking for 2 Guinnesses. So we ended up...
Irish flags with you? Had you flags with you?
Yeah.
And
hats. But we know, a lot of us just were in normal clothes. We didn't have any, any logos or anything on us. But yeah, the bar manager wasn't overly impressed we were there.
Well, we walked to a pub. We got away before everyone and walked to a pub just down by the quays. And there was 4 people attacked Gavin and his wife, giving them loads. You're a scumbag, you're a this, you're a that, in the middle of the street. Gavin's missus said, excuse me, to walk past them. And Gavin said, hi. And ever so nice, didn't 4 lefty loons. Now, they were kids, about 18 to 24, I'd say. They weren't old. And Jesus, Gavin's wife was very upset over it. You know what I mean? It's really got out of hand. And Cork is the most woke county in this country and the most left county in this country. Yep. And it was horrible. I swear to God, it was horrible to see what happened to them. You know what I mean? I know he was in front of them. I didn't actually see it. But when I turned back, I could see one of them giving her all this. And Gavin just said, just walk away. And he walked away. But scumbags, you know what I mean? He's there with his children, you know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. If I have a problem with someone, I'll give them a bit of stick over. Okay, but if they're with their children, that's a no-no. You don't do that. That's just not the way to do things or conduct yourself. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, we should have a few more viewers now from TikTok tonight because I met some lovely women down there yesterday. And I'll give you their names now in a few minutes. But it was great. We met loads of good people down there yesterday. Loads of pictures. And it was really, really good. I have to say, I'm going to kick off for a couple of videos there now. Hang on, I'll just...
Yeah. No, it was great. No, yeah, it was... what did Michael say?
I don't know. I'm going to go now. Oh, hang on, I have to go back. He's in already, is he, Martin?
Who?
The truth will set you free, Paul. But you lie about the class issue. D4 is awash with migrants, Indians and Chinese. Do get a pass. Calgary plan at full flow. This has nothing to do with class.
They're just saying they're just saying that D4 is full of migrants as well. You know what I mean? But they keep not migrants, but immigrants. That D4 does actually have a large population of very wealthy immigrants, I might add. Do you know what I mean? So
yes.
They don't get iPass, but there are plenty of Indians buying up property in D4 as well. So
Malachy stated in his speech that talks are ongoing. Ideally, it will be amazing to launch on the 22nd in Dublin. Okay, well, listen. Okay, people, the IFP have a 3-man committee who are trying to unite everybody. I think they've reached out to us and we've spoke to a few people about this and what have you. So, listen, I'm all for unity. And Anthony has stated it before. He doesn't need to be the leader of anything. If a new party comes along, we will move in behind it if it's better than the one we have. We've said this all along, haven't we, Martin?
Absolutely sure. I open the show with it. You know what I mean? When something better,
Yeah.
if something better comes along, and look, there are unity talks happening. I think there's going to be some people talking tomorrow. So we'll see what comes of that. But you know, it's the usual thing. Just look, if people can just get out of their own way, drop the egos, agree on 10 policies to push through, have people working together. You know, I actually had a conversation with somebody who's a friend of mine down in Cork, and he was with somebody that I've had issues with in the past, and he was saying that, you know, that we all need to learn to put the personal differences aside, and you know what I mean, that even if somebody is your enemy, you need to learn to stand with them, regardless of what they've done, because we don't survive this alone. You know what I mean? Nobody can go it alone. I was kind of thinking about that a lot. But look, I'm trying to put all differences aside. But you know what I mean? Sometimes people make it very, very, very difficult to work with them.
No, well, you were very reserved, Martin. I, however, had a few words yesterday. But in all fairness, the parent did come up and did apologise to me. So he got a bit of an earful for 20 minutes.
We'll name no names. No,
we'll name no names. No, everything was good. Names. Everything was good. A few untruths were told. The apologies were given, and it was all good. But as I said, look, he had the balls to come up to me and admit he was wrong over a few things and apologise. So fair play to him. I'll give him that.
It was very therapeutic for you, wasn't
it? Your mother was just like, "Oh my God."
Stop doxing my mother, Orla.
Nobody knows who she is.
We actually had a great time now, in fairness, that the car journey was long, but
yeah, I think that's why I'm just so. Do you know what? I think it was all the driving, because we had to go from Mitchelstown into Cork City, then to Kerry, then back to Cork. So it was a long day yesterday.
384 kilometres.
It was great to meet yourselves. How are you, Ronan? Hi, lads, Orla. It was great to meet yourselves, Anthony and Frank yesterday. Thanks for coming to Cork. Paul, sorry, man, I didn't get to say hello. Maybe next time. As I said, I was busy with the flags with Andy Quick, so I didn't get down to see everyone. And anyone I got to talk to, it was brilliant. They were all brilliant. They were all brilliant. We watched the show. We love what you're doing.
Yeah. And you know what was great? The amount of people that came up and thanked us so much for being there was unbelievable. And again, like that, Paul, the amount of people that stopped and, you know, as I said, watching the show, and because everyone was, where's Paul? Where's Paul? I said, he's coming. He's just late. He's coming. You know. So, but it was a fantastic atmosphere yesterday, and people were lovely.
What happened yesterday morning? I was to drive up to Gavin's yesterday morning at 9 o'clock, and we were leaving. And I haven't started the Jeep in the garden in 3 weeks. I haven't drove the Jeep. And I went to start it yesterday morning. It was shoo. Oh no. So I pushed it out of the garden, and I'm pushing up and down the road on my own at 9 o'clock. It was a nightmare. So then Gavin came and collected me. We went and collected Val, and then we headed back to Finglas to collect the missus and kids. And sure, it was 11:15 by the time we left here. But we were down there and all for 1:30. Like, we done very well getting down. Like, we flew down. Like, it was great. But,
and actually, Martin, this is a comment worth saying. What was said to you yesterday when you walked past?
Oh, yes. Has some lad. Do you know what the funny thing is? He wasn't that tall himself. Like, he just goes, "Cheers, you really are that small."
Yeah. Someone said yes. Herman was floating around on his own. I didn't see him at all. I seen the other IFP lads. That was all I seen. Just I shook hands with Michael. I was yapping to Michael for a minute, and Froggy, and I didn't see Owen. Owen was up to his eyes in it. I met Owen for about 10 seconds, and that was it. He was gone. But I heard he got a mention there yesterday. He done great work down there yesterday and everything else. Fair play to everyone who was involved. Yeah, it was very good. I'm gonna just go with I'm going to go with Kevin Pasovic now in a minute, but I'm going to just go with the start of the rally. It's only a minute long, just to let it kick off. Yeah, that was the start of it there. But as I said, we spoke with a couple of women there yesterday, new followers and the whole lot. I hope they're watching the show, Lavinia and Emma Kay. Yeah, fair play to them. They were very good. They were in the pub we were in. We had good crack with them and they told us an awful lot of stories, what was going on in Cork and everything else, myself and Gavin. So it was listening, girls. Fair play to you. There was also another girl, Karma, I think her name was. She was another nice girl. But and I'm going to be honest, all that they weren't older women. They were all young women. I tell you, I don't know. It must have been Gavin. They were chasing. Must have been Gavin.
It was really funny. Paul and I were talking to Ross Lahive, right? And I said to Ross, when are you coming on the show again? I need a new co-host. And Paul was like, excuse me, I wear the trousers. And then he went, but she tells me what ones to wear.
Ross said it to me. Oh, he's looking for a new co-host, Paul. And I went over and whispered in his ear, I'm the boss. Don't be even listening to her, I said. He said, who wears the trousers? I says, I do, but she picks them for me, you know? Yeah.
Did you did you put the money Orla, did you put the money in his underpants?
2 women. Oh my God. As I said, people were so lovely yesterday. 2 women came over to me and gave me money towards the show. And then when I happened to say it to Martin, of course, Martin said like, oh, you know, like the Paul's a bit of a, what would you call it, gigolo?
Where did my fucking gigolo? What are you talking about? Will you?
Oh God. But no, I have to say again, I said to anyone that came over to us again, you know, we love to hear like people saying, oh my God, we love the show. But at the end of the day, we wouldn't have this show if we didn't have the viewers. And that's it at the end of the day, like, do you know what I mean? So, you know, so just a massive, massive thank you to everybody who came up to us yesterday and to everybody who watches the show. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And Orla's famous.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm still the boss.
People that came up to you, Orla, was just absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
That's huge. Listen, Paul, we're going to have to get that motorway banner. I know you don't want your I know you don't want your head, but I think we're going to have to do it. I think we're going to have to do it, or at least pay for a billboard for a week or something like that. I think so. I think we're going to have to do it.
I know, you're all right.
We'll use Orla's camera filters to make everybody look good.
I'm not using them either, to be honest with you.
I know Orla has special filters that make us all look very smooth.
All good.
Actually, only it's a natural one. That's it, just natural. So if you look good, Mark,
that video now in a minute. Yeah, I'm going to show that video now in a minute. Irish Mammy there, after meeting you all in Clonmel last week, the Jesus on the Michael Leahy sign. She's a lovely woman. I crossed over and I became a member last week. No longer an IFP, unfortunately. That's good. Fair play to you. And I seen your son yesterday as well. He gave me a thumbs up when I was in the crowd. Lovely young fella. And as I said, get him to reach out to me and we can get him up and running here, doing an hour show himself every night, because we need to get this up and running. I said it to Gavin as well. I said, you should do an hour show here Wednesday night, tell people how you're getting on in the council and the whole lot. So me and him will have a chat about that. Orla is stunning. Michael John, Jesus, Michael John's batting for the other side now. Usually it's me and Frank.
Orla, you've turned him. You've turned him,
You've
Orla.
turned him. You've turned Michael John. Wow.
Oh my God.
I'll show
And
him the
actually,
video now. Okay.
Yeah, we
This is the
must
one-
give a shout out to Aaron that was with us yesterday. You know the young lad, he's 16 years old.
He's brilliant.
And
Absolutely brilliant.
he's so lovely, and he's just an avid watcher of the show as well. And so we just want to give him a shout out.
He's trended massively online today. So some of his posts are absolutely huge. So well done to you. Your coverage and commentary was really, really good.
Yeah. I sent you on Ferg's video as well. Did you get a chance to download
I have
it?
there. I'll play that now in a few minutes. I'm just going to play this one here. This is Jaden's one. You wouldn't have seen this the other night. I think we played this the other night as well. This is about calling out Micheál Martin from the Mongrels thing the other night from Kevin. Kevin's a good guy. We should get Kevin on the show one of the nights to have a chat as well. I'm going to go with this one and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Hello, Kevin Flanagan here, and I just felt compelled. I just watched the clip where Micheál Martin was being asked to defend his idea or his statement where he said that Irish were never a homogenous group, and I tend to agree with that, but only insofar as we're talking about a thing called Ireland, right? We're talking about Irish people. He even said it in that interview, and he got it wrong, by the way. He said that the Vikings were more Irish than the Irish themselves. That was never said about the Vikings. That was said about the Anglo-Normans hundreds of years later in the 13th century, the families that came here and settled here and adopted. What did they adopt? They became more Irish than themselves because they were actually embodying and captivating the essence of what it meant to be Irish. I remember the statutes of, not that I remember, but I recall the statutes of Kilkenny that was issued by an English king also in the 1300s. And this was describing the Irish people at the time. And it said something along the lines of that any Englishman, any Anglo-Norman lord that cuts their hair like the Irish, that rides the horses like the Irish, or goes to the Brehon law like the Irish, will be adjudged a traitor to this crown. And he's talking about his own English crown there, British crown. So I find it a bit strange to hear the Taoiseach, which means chieftain, right? The Taoiseach of this country is now going on to national media and saying that, oh, should the Irish were never a homogenous group, but in the second breath, he's saying that, oh, should the Vikings become more Irish than the Irish themselves? Well, what does that mean, Micheál? What does that mean, Mr. Martin? They're becoming more what than the Irish themselves? See, there's a certain, okay, let me just take a breath here. Yes, we were tribes. We were a nation of tribes, and he's right that the nation state didn't exist until relatively recent times, but that's not what it means to be Irish. It's not about the state. It's about the land. It's about the people. And if you have an Irish surname, you are descended from a tribal kin group, and you probably have royal blood in you. Now, they don't want to admit that, because if the Irish people really knew who they were, if the Irish people really understood where they come from, and there's a reason why the Anglo-Normans and then later the British and earlier the Roman Church wanted to stamp out any conception of what it means to be a Gael. There's a reason why. Because the Irish people for generations, for thousands of years, didn't take the authority from Rome and didn't take the authority from Britain, what later became Britain. And that was a threat to the established order. That was a threat to the papacy and the crown of England. Now, I put a video up on this channel several years ago called The Vatican, the Crown, and the Demise of Brehon Law. And I would advise anybody to go and actually look at that video. Yeah. I'm a bit bulling here because of hearing the Taoiseach, which is the chieftain of this land, coming out and saying that the Irish were never a homogenous group. Well, hold on a second. We mightn't have been genetically homogenous because we've had many admixtures of Viking blood and of Anglo-Saxon blood as well. But we had a language and we had a single law system called Brehon law. And that was the thing that made us Irish. The fact that we all spoke the same language. And I don't think it really matters if the Irish were not a big homogenous group under one flag and under one state, because that's not in the nature of Irish people. It's not in the nature of Irish people to be under one flag and following. Because Irish people, by their very nature, are sovereign. They're mentally sovereign. And that's why you have people like John Davies coming out and saying there is no nation of people under the sun that loves equal and indifferent justice better than the Irish. Nor will they rest better satisfied with the execution of that law, even if it's against themselves, so that they too can have the benefit and the protection of the law when upon just cause they do desire it. That's what united us. Our love of justice and our love of the law, that's what made us Irish.
Thanks to Kevin for that. It was a good analysis there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's very good. I know a little bit about it, but I definitely need to look into Old Brehon law a little bit more. It's probably it wouldn't be bad to get an expert on at some point to actually discuss it and see is it something that can be integrated into a direct democracy type would say plan moving forward.
Yeah. The Jews called German mongrels, as Micheál did. The Jews called German mongrels, as Micheál is a Jew. Read between the lines. Yeah. I've done the DNA answer test to see how Irish I am. My woman does genealogy. Okay, cool. That's a very good analysis. Yeah, it is, Fionnuala. He's a good guy, I have to say. We must get him on one of the nights. What's the name? What's his name? His YouTube. I'll check that out now in a minute for you. I'm sure Jaden will throw it in there for us. Patrick was a murdering conqueror. Patrick was a murdering conqueror. Yeah, okay. Michael John Dennis, I agree. I am 60 and the future is our youth. Wonderful to see so many young people standing up for our country. I'm actually going to play the one from this young fella yesterday, from Aaron yesterday. And we'll come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cork. Wow. And as you can see down here, they have their counter-protest. That is absolutely nothing compared to ours. I'm 16 years old. I can't live in my own country. I don't have a future in my own country. I may have to leave my own country. The Irish people are here today to fight, and the likes of them, their children are the children who are going to have to leave this country. Their children are the ones who are going to have to move to Australia, and yet they'll stand over there and they'll fight for a country 4,000 kilometres away while our own is being invaded. It is disgraceful. This is Cork. An amazing turnout for the Irish people, and we have the guards here. Traitors to the Irish people.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
Poor horses. The poor horses.
I'm glad he's on our youth. He's on our youth committee, that young lad, isn't he? He's with us with Ireland First on the youth committee. He's a good lad.
He is. He's a lovely lad.
He is. He's on TikTok. He's a good lad. Great young lad. Met him yesterday. Seriously. Yeah, he is a good young lad. I've met him. I only seen him for a minute yesterday. Just let me see what this video is. I'm just going to go with a picture here. We have a couple of little pictures here that Jaden has sent in. So, hey, let's have a look. Moves down the side there. Is that Frank? Is that Frank?
It is, Robin.
He looks very small. Is that Anthony or is that Tom? Anthony.
I think that's Anthony.
Frank and Anthony. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now that looks more like Frank.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see the next one. The next one's good. Ah, look at this one.
Yeah, do you know what's so funny? He's added about maybe I'd say 9 inches to me height because in the original picture I'm kind of peeping out over the top of the flag.
Oh, that's so funny. Brilliant.
There's none of me,
Fair play,
Jaden. What's the
Jaden.
story, mate? What's the story? You get a chance to say hello. Teresa, I met you again yesterday. How are you doing, Teresa? I'm glad you're watching tonight. What was I going to say to you? Yeah, I think I have this one here. I'm going to just play this video here. This is from yesterday. Okay, it's 4 minutes. We'll finish off with that then. And we need to give... Yeah, hang on there. I'm just going to push this as well, by the way, while I'm here. This is for next week. This is Limerick on the 14th. If anyone is available to go there. Limerick protest, June 14th, Arthur's Quay Park, 1 p.m. Limerick says no. For the future of Ireland, united for our families, proud for our culture, standing for our future. We gather not in anger, but in hope for a safe, supportive and strong Ireland, where our children grow up free from fear, communities thrive in trust and respect. Irish people support Irish people in spirit, work and heart. Limerick protest, June 14th, Arthur's Quay, 1 p.m. Limerick says no. So if anyone can make it there, people were up to 900 there nearly already. So keep sharing this out here. I think Fergus had to clicking on the link there and sharing it. I think that's what's happening. We're at the starting to fly up. Thanks, Fergus, if that is you. I'll say hello to Teresa all day long. Hey, Teresa. Keep my going.
Yes, met her yesterday.
I didn't get a picture with Teresa yesterday. I wanted to get a picture. What were you saying?
Just on Limerick. Limerick really needs help because Limerick is absolutely... I mean, the amount of illegal mosques that are operating in Limerick is, and there's a huge Islamic culture centre, whatever they call it, down there as well. There's every second shop is a vape shop or a barber's. That city's in trouble and it needs support. And it's the same because it's like Cork, it's a university city, so the woke crowd they're big and they're organised and they're funded. So really, if you can make Limerick, please try and make Limerick. You know, we need numbers. We need the same numbers we had in Cork and Limerick. So just get down there if you're, you know what I mean. If you're a person of notoriety and you have a few followers or you've spoke at rallies before, just reach out to the organisers and we'll try and get people up on the platform and recreate what happened in Cork and what happened in Dublin previous weeks. But Limerick needs help. Okay, so like if you're free, just get down there. You know what I mean. Drive down. It's an hour or 2 hours of your day. Meet a few people, get a bite to eat afterwards, and head off home. But really try and make it because Limerick does intend to get forgotten about as well. And you know what? The Waterford says no people. Eric or anybody in contact with them, get one organised in Waterford as well. We'll do big rally in Waterford. And we'll get the whole country to travel to Waterford as well. We have to save our cities, and look, Galway needs attention. The whole summer there should be a protest in every single large town and city in the country every single weekend. We just keep doing it and keep doing it. Make it so that media can't ignore it and make it so government can't ignore it.
Well, they're ignoring everything with us now at the minute, aren't they? Like yesterday, they didn't even report on this, on the rally yesterday, but they reported on the Palestinian one, and that's on every week, I was told. So as Paul McKeown says there, everywhere is in trouble. Everywhere is in trouble, lads, but we need to push this. It doesn't have to be a national rally. It doesn't have to be called by Malachy. It doesn't have to be called by anyone else. Rally is called, you please go there and help these people. Like I'll be down there, I'd say next Saturday, isn't it? Saturday, isn't it? I'll be making my way down there, I'd say Saturday. Like I'll probably speak as well, and we will have a few speakers there. Shannon the Dean will be there, Ireland Force will be there. So please, if you're free, come down and help people in Limerick. And more importantly, the people in Limerick need to get out and help. Can't go on the 14th. It's my birthday, and I'll be up in Dublin. Listen, hey, it is what it is. Don't worry about it.
And happy birthday, Sarah.
Well said, Martin. We need to support all the main cities in Ireland. We do. Everybody needs to be supported here. And as I said, it doesn't matter who calls this.
Did you get home safe and sound last night?
I hope you
He
did.
did. He did.
I think he did because I saw the video early last night. And yeah, no, he did. Yeah, he did, definitely.
Mm.
The GAA needs to be boycotted too. Traitors. Yeah, I have Teresa's video there. I'll play that in a while.
Mm.
But I had
Do
it
you
on
want
my
to
phone.
play? Do you want to? There's Ferg's video, and then Kathy sent over her video, and then we can finish up. Then
Well, I'm gonna play this one that Ferg just sent over to me there now. So
is that the one? That's probably the one I sent you, is it?
no, this is Ferg talking, and he really spoke from the heart. Yesterday, did Ferg. So did you
He
send
did.
it over to me? He just sent it himself to me. Let me see.
He sent me. Yeah, it's what I sent on to you. I don't know if it's the same one until I see it. It's kind of like photographs and everything from yesterday as well.
I
And I
know.
think there's a
This
bit at
is
the
his
end of
actual
him speaking.
speech. This is his actual speech. I'm gonna go with his speech first.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, we'll go with Ferg's speech. Only off to bed now, Owen. Ray, we can shut down cities all around Ireland at the same time using the same tactic as Saggart. It would have more of an impact on the protests. I agree with you, Ray. I've been saying this for the last year. We've been looking at this. We've been talking about this, but that's all we've been doing is talking about it. There's been no direct action. We need direct action. Reach out to us. If you can help us with this, please do, because I'm all for direct action. I'm all for shutting train stations, bus stations, the ports, the airports on the same day at the same time. That's what we need to do. End the story, and that will wake them up. They're just peeping out the curtains at us now, and they're giggling at us now. You know what I mean? And especially doing these on a Saturday and a Sunday, there's nobody even in town. You know what I mean? These need to be done. 100,000 people march on the Dáil, get them out. Now, I've seen Derek put petitions out there yesterday and different things to sign. Please go on to them, people. If someone can send me in one of the leaflets, I can post it up here as well. But right, I'm going to go with Ferg here now, okay? Just bear with me, and I'll share this. Boom. I'm going to bring us to the side there. Okay, this is Ferg's. So I'm going to... Micheál has the media ban on Cork. Some say it doesn't matter, but it does, even if they lie. Not everyone is on social media. I agree with you. Okay, let's play Ferg's thing here.
This legend. He is unbelievable up and down the country. Our own Fergus Power.
Well, lads, I just want to speak today about this little girl on this board. Her name is Ava O'Brien. Some of you might know her name already. I've been campaigning for her for the last 2 years to try and get justice for her. She was 13, totally fit and healthy, not a bother, and a brilliant Irish dancer, a phenomenal artist, and a gorgeous child. And in her own father's words, she was murdered by Pfizer, and it was sanctioned by the Irish state. Right? She was up within a year. She got coerced. Justice for Ava! Justice for Ava! Justice for Ava! Justice for Ava! But just any mother, father, grandmother or father out there, just think about it. When you bring a child into the world, all the worry, all the time you spend looking after them, the nights you stay up making sure they're all right, nursing through sickness and health. And then one year someone... Sorry. Right, so this girl was coerced. She was the last person in her class to take that job, that fucking poison. Excuse me for cursing, but I wrote about it. Right. 23,000 excess mortality in this country, lads, since the rollout of that job. And they're all responsible for it. And I want to see every one of them involved in it, from top to bottom, including them fucking scumbags and that Dáil getting taken down for it.
It's mass genocide!
The only thing that's going to solve this, lads, for me, is no about 2.0 and nothing else to do. Okay? I want to see everyone involved in this from top to bottom swinging. I want to see them swinging. I don't care who really thinks what. Alright? If you don't sort this out, they're going to do it again. And do it again. Alright? Lads, some of us have been under a few years, and now that we've taken an awful lot of hits out of government, and we paved the way and made it easier for other people to come at us. Right? I take that and these every day of the week. Everything I do is for my family and for my children and for their children, all right? And for their God-given birthright, okay? And say one more thing, and always remember it, there's not a guard, there's not a judge, there's not a politician above you in this world. The only one above you in this world is God, all right? I got a meaning on this, lads, right? An absolute scumbag traitor. And you must be embarrassed for yourselves that he's from Cork, that me whole man, right? I'm gonna say one thing to you, me whole, right? You call us mongrels. We haven't even shown here fucking teach yet. We don't expose you. Just one more thing, I should probably go. My mother-in-law's down there, Teresa. She's one of my best supporters, absolutely right. This whole movement is based on love, right? It's based on love of country, God, family, air children, and their futures. That's it, alright? There's no hate here, okay? And one more thing is, my wife's birthday tomorrow. Would you do us a first? She's gonna kill me when I go home, right? We do my wife's name's already. I wouldn't be anywhere in my life only for her. I absolutely adore her, but else she walks on. Do us a favour and sing a happy birthday for tomorrow, will you? Right? God bless everyone this week. Happy birthday, Larry, and you're watching.
Great speech by him yesterday, I have to say. And happy birthday,
Yeah.
Laurie. 35 again, or 21 again, or whatever. But yeah, fair play. And she's a great singer too. We played a lot of her stuff the other day over at Crow Park. But I had them videos there. I don't know where they're gone to. I just want to put up there, somebody put up there, why wasn't Wake Up Era allowed to talk yesterday? They actually went down to Cork. I really don't know why they weren't allowed to speak. As I said, I drove down with Gavin Pepper yesterday, and Gavin was meant to speak, and he didn't speak for some reason. He wasn't called up. So I don't know. That was down to the organisers and whoever else. But hey, I'm not going to knock people. If there was a reason why they didn't speak, they didn't speak. But I think Wake Up Era should speak at every one of these protests, because they're the people who are waking people up to all these jabs. And this is just a distraction. Like this is taking the eye off the jabs. These immigration, the immigrants and everything else is taking the eye off the jabs. And I was talking to Ferg about it, and parties who are not talking about it are not good parties. They're not in this for the right reasons. I'm sorry. And we talk about it all the time, because it can't go away. These people have to be held accountable. I don't care. I don't care who they are or whatever. They knew what was going on here. They knew exactly what was going on. So
100%.
Paul, yeah, I'm just trying to. John Malloy there's at the posting. 16 to 17 July, round the wagons around the establishment. 2 days, 1 night sit in. If it's out there on the media getting huge traction, direct action is the only way to waken them up and get them out, full stop. I agree with you, John. I do agree with you. Great turnout from the Rebel County.
It's a numbers game. We get enough people, we can do anything. You know, it's about, are people willing to get off their backsides and make a small sacrifice, take a day off work, and you know, it's in people's hands. It's in Irish men and women's hands.
I'm after hiding you there, all. It's a very big post from John. National call to the Dáil at 12 noon on July 16th. The idea behind this is to continue on the momentum gathered from Saturday last and call every Irish person waiting on housing lists, living in cars, emergency hubs, and indeed priced out of the housing market and forced to live with parents and family to join us outside the Dáil gates. Bring a tent and ideally camp out overnight to highlight the housing crisis and government's failings of the housing migrants over our forgotten own. A sea of, I don't know what the rest of it was, but yeah, John,
a sea of tents, yeah.
A sea of tents, sorry, I didn't see that. But yeah, please, God, we will get, listen, I'll push it out for you, John. Send me in the stuff. I don't mind. We will promote everybody here, John. I'm not here. I'm not arguing with anyone. I don't care who you are or what you do. If you're doing the right thing, we will help you. I don't care. I'm being honest with you. I'm not one of these who will, I don't like John Malloy, or I don't like Mickey Hickey, or I don't like. Everybody is the same. Everybody is the same. All your voices should be heard. So yes, send me in the poster, John, on that number there if you have it. 089 203 1521. That's 089 203 1521. And we will promote this here on the Irish channel, on the Irish column, and on Ireland Live all in the coming weeks. So yeah, send it in to me, John. You can join us live as well. We're up to nearly 1,000 there now at the minute, people. You can join us on Fitzy Dub, at Anthony Casey, and Rugger Morph, all on X, on Facebook at Paul Fitzsimons and the Freedom Network, and on the Irish channel, www.theirishchannel.com/live. If you would like to buy us a coffee to help the show and everything else, as Orla said, people give a 40 quid yesterday for a Bulmers. Good girl, Orla. Brilliant. Fair play to everyone. So, Orla Donoghue, DM sent. Oh, he sent it to you, Orla. John Malloy sent it to
John,
you.
thanks. No problem.
She'll send it on to me. Orla will send it on to me, and we will put that out for you, John. That's no problem. As I said, we're not fighting with anyone, not arguing with anyone. Everyone has a voice. We will let your voice be heard. Irish Mammy, I agree. The commies are always bussing in people. Yes, they are. RTE have been bought by the globalists. They're biased now, simple. And what I was told today was Kevin Backhurst is Jewish. There's one for you. And you know your man, the commissioner I'm on, he's also Jewish. So I heard today. I like Ferg, but he doesn't work with Wake Up Era. He used to work with Wake Up Era, so I don't know what you mean there. Ferg has always been with Wake Up Era. I've seen Ferg at umpteen Pfizer things. I think that's wrong what you're saying there. No, Ferg has always been with Wake Up Era. Somebody sent me a message there today, Wake Up Era, that there's some political party being formed. I don't know how true that is. So if there's anyone from Wake Up Era on the chat there, come in and tell us if there is a new political party being set up. I don't think there is, but there was absolutely no need for the chopper flying over it at all. Listen, I was at the kids' game today. Kids are playing in Blanchardstown today, and the helicopter flew over, and one of the girls says to me, "They must know you're here, Paul." but that's how bad it's got now. You know what I mean? People are taking the piss out of me now all the time. You know, oh, it must be because you're here. You know, Davina, I started reading up on it years ago. The refresher course on Brehon. Did yourself and the lovely Letitia stay out of trouble yesterday? I didn't see any of them. Islamic mural being painted on the street in Dundalk Town Centre. Okay, somebody
what
said
the hell is that about?
No, somebody said it's Oliver Plunkett. I don't know. It's a young Oliver Plunkett. I don't know how true it is. Someone did say it was that Egyptian fella that murdered people and all this shit, but then I got to get a message back into one of the groups there to say that it wasn't. It's Oliver Plunkett or something like that. Right. Don't know how that is, but listen, we'll keep you posted on that. That's to intimidate us, Eddie. Okay. Touching upon that, Paul, I've been wondering when the next rally will take place in Carlow. We need someone with influence to get the word out to the surrounding counties. Thoughts? Yes. Orla. There you go, Orla. You sort that one out. You're Carlo.
We are keeping an eye on Tohers, because that is the next one there, and we're keeping an eye on that. Okay. And I have a few people kind of not on the inside, but keep me up to date on things. So when I have information, I'll let people know. But we have done, unfortunately, we did a huge protest in Carlow, and the numbers were just not there. They were initially for the first 3 days, and that was it afterwards. Do you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but listen, we can call this again. The numbers will be there. I think the momentum is growing now around the country. People are seeing what's going on.
It can't be just a handful of us there, and it can't be a handful. As you said yourself, the lefties are laughing at us. You need numbers, proper numbers there, to have an impact, because we'd say pretty much the majority of the councillors and TDs in Carlow, they're all on the other side. They don't care. They don't have an interest in anything. They don't want to know anything. It's like talking to a brick wall. We would have sent emails out. We would have done everything. And apart from one councillor who's not a councillor anymore, he was the only one that ever replied.
But
you know.
What about
sorry,
Shinadina?
forget the councillors. Put the Shindadina is active in Carlow. We can ask the Shindadina Carlow guys to put a call out, and I guarantee you'll get support. Fuck the councillors.
Mm.
And the
No, but this is what I mean. If you put a call out and then 10 people show up, you know,
you get more than 10. You know what I mean? Clonmel had one there recently, and I see Shane putting it in there that, you know, it was a joke, but look, it wasn't. It was a bank holiday weekend, and you got a couple, you know, you got 150 odd people out there. They walked up the street. People came out of the shops and applauded.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
walking up the street. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's
But you have in any area. We've said this time and time again. You have to have the locals out. It can't be just the nationalists down.
No,
You
there
need
was.
the locals out.
It's my neck of the woods. There was plenty locals there. But look, there's still a lot of people worried about their jobs. They're worried about being branded. They're worried about this, that, or the other. And you know what I mean. But we just keep going. It'll build and build and build and build. Every protest is getting bigger and bigger. The next one in Clonmel, it'll be double the numbers. You know what I mean? Carlow's probably start small. The next one will be bigger, double the numbers. We just have to keep working, get to as many of them as you can. Do you know what I mean? We're fucking wrecked from traveling around the country. I know what your bloody petrol bills are like. Mine's fucking through the
I know. But like it was like initially last January when all this kicked off in Carlow and we had the Friary. Like for the first 3 nights, there was hundreds on the streets. It was absolutely fantastic. But then it just all dwindled off, and you know, that was it. There was only a small handful of us that were there every day. And I mean, literally a small handful of us, you know, and it is unfortunate because, you know, like it is a lot on the same people to be there day in, day out, you know.
Just, yeah, exactly what I just said 5 minutes ago there. Whoever said that about me not doing that in Wake Up Era are gobshites. Ferg is with Wake Up Era for the last 3 or 4 years. And that's what I said to you no more than 2 minutes ago. He works with them all the time. He's out at the Pfizer buildings. He's out. Hold on, let me just say that. Whoever said that about me doing it, he's there 3 years. And we had an event in Dalkey that was talking, Luke O'Neill, do you remember? There's an event on next Sunday, the 15th in Dalkey, meeting at the train station and going to Coola. And O'Neill will be there. He has done countless events at Wake Up Era over the past few years. And you're a cheeky fucker, whoever said that. And I knew this because, listen, I've been with Ferg. I've been with Wake Up Era. And I'm going to be honest with you, while I was IFP, I was told not to be going with Wake Up Era. And I still went. And I still went because what they do is brilliant work. And I know for a fact that Ferg has been there from the start. He's been at the Pfizer buildings. And please, anyone who's in Dalkey next week, I have it there. I'll put it up in a few minutes. Next Sunday, they're going to walk from the train station to Coola GAA Club and do a protest in there. So please, people, go there as well. I know we can't be everywhere, but hey, listen, we'll try. Thanks for that, Ferg. Fair play to you, mate, for clarifying that. But you didn't need to clarify it. I already knew. I already said it. So, Chopper. Who's Chopper? Seriously, what leaflet are you talking about? Yeah, someone's just put up there. That's the leaflet that Derek was giving out yesterday. Someone just said that it's not a secure site, so don't use it. It's like Goodfellas went in the car and the chopper following him. Yeah, that's me. But the fact that people are making jokes about it, you know, it's annoying. Heard that's fake in Dundalk, yeah. Heard Tom starting a new party, Era 32. Yes, he is. And good luck to him. Fair play to him. It's an Oliver Plunkett mural. Fact. Now, as I said, I heard this today as well. So, yeah, it's an Oliver Plunkett mural. Fair play to you, John. Thanks for that. The mural looks Islamic. It does, but it could be one of them Scooby-Doos on his head. Look what Anthony does wear when he's on the show. Celebrating. Get what see it. You can see it.
I listen. So I'm not the only one who sees that from time to time.
No,
whatever way his camera
angle is. He's sitting there, yeah. It's a Muslim video out. Drew Cook. The mural looks Islamic. Yeah, it's celebrating 400 years of Oliver Plunkett. Thank you very much for that. The one handed out at the speeches. Yes, Saoirse, I understand what you're talking about. Irish Mammy, you're back from being unbanned. Darren Conne, I'm back, lads, from being unbanned. Well done, everyone involved in the protest. Thanks, Darren. It can't be us hanging out flyers. Got to be getting educated. Useful education information is Breton law. Everyone keeps saying that. People need to get doing that then. This country's becoming a joke. They don't care anyone else, disabled people. They only care about themselves.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. Yeah.
Yeah.
The I'm all right, Jacks. Yeah.
Yeah, I know a
But
few of
look,
them.
But they can't escape it. This is going to come to their door as well.
It will. Yeah.
They're gonna lose their job. They're going to run out of money. They're not going to be. Someone's going to get sick. They're not going to be able to get a hospital appointment. They're not going to be able to get a GP. This is going to touch everybody eventually. And like I said, it's important that when people do fully wake up, that we have something there to actually say, well, look, if you give us a go, we might be able to fix some of this stuff.
Yeah. A lot didn't know about it. Maybe leaflets for those not watch online. Leaflets on the stores around too. Yes, we need to be given all sorts of stuff. What's this here? Jerry Healy was walking me dog over the wooden bridge in Dollymount. Camps being built up. Anyone around to shift them? As a lot of women walk their dogs there alone. Are you serious, Jerry? I'll have to be going down there, Jerry, now and having a look tomorrow, because I actually ran in the area. And
where is Dollymount, man? Is that Coolock or somewhere? Is it?
Clontarf. No, it's Clontarf.
Okay.
I actually ran there, and I think your man that's the TD now is in there now. What's his name? I don't know what his name is. I forget. To be honest, I forget all the bleeding names. They're all nobodies. But I'll go down and have a look at that now tomorrow. Don't you worry about that, Jerry. Yeah. If anyone's around to come down with me, we can do it early enough. You know what I mean? And I will go down and I will move them camps. I'm telling you now. No better man. But in saying that, if the people of Clontarf aren't willing to go down and do it themselves, there's no point in a man from Baldoyle going down and doing it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I will go down and help you. I will highlight it, but you need to do it yourselves. There's no good me going down and saying, get out of here. And they're going, no, refugees are welcome here. You know, no, I'm sorry. I'll get Gavin down to do a video.
Oh, yeah, Paul is doing the accent thing like Gavin now.
Yeah.
He's just not doing posh enough.
It's very frightening when I started protesting 8 years ago, when they were very, very few and Antifa were big and the Gardaí were holding them back. But you have to start somewhere. Yes. And I remember in 2020 being at a protest and your man Joe O'Brien was there with a mask on. He was the TD. He was the TD over the refugees last year, Green Party TD. And it's clearly him. And everyone knew it was him. And he was Antifa. So Paul Murphy has come out and said he's Antifa as well. Come on. You know, a jaunt around Dalkey makes sense. Bring it home to them at the reality check. Yeah, well, it's been 2 years since me and Gavin and Clive and all went out there and camped out there. It was brilliant. A brilliant weekend, I have to say. And we let them know how easy it was to get refugees out there, because we said, we come out on the train. There you go. Put the tents up. I said, what's stopping them doing that? And the people were very welcoming. They really were. They come over, they yapped to us, they spoke to us. We had a bit of crack with them. Some of them brought us out. Oh, there it is there. Hang on there. John just sent that to me there. Just let me throw this up here. I'm just going to present this here for a minute. This is what John just sent me in. Share that. Okay, let's move us over here. No, over there. There you go. Call to the Dáil, July 16th and 17th. Your country is calling. It'd be deadly to get a load of tricolour tents, wouldn't it? Where would we get them done? That'd be deadly, wouldn't it? Could you imagine that?
That looks brilliant.
I can't see it. It does actually look good. Yeah,
it does look good. John, see, can we organise some of them tents? I tell you, I'd sleep in one of them. You know what I mean? And I have a big double mattress as well, a blow up one. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'll say it to Gavin as well. When we all go out there and we'll all do it. So yeah, thanks for that, John. Fair play to you. Call to the Dáil, July 16th and 17th. Your country is calling. Please do go there. Thank you very much. Lads, we're at the hitting 1,200 there again. Fair play to everyone. Keep sharing this out. Martin, did you have to get a loan from the credit union just to pay for petrol?
He did near enough. He did a serious amount of driving yesterday. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
Everybody got home relatively safe, and there's only one lad stuck his finger up at me on the motorway.
Oh yeah, remember that.
Paul O'Neill is just putting in there, looking to import numbers for protest is a sham. Let the grassroots movement grow and grow naturally. Unfortunately, Paul, That's not how it's happening. I'd love to be able to do that, let the grassroots movement do this, the whole lot, but that's not happening. Okay, that is just not happening. You've seen it in Clonmel. Now, in saying that, there was a good few people from Clonmel that were out last week. A lot of people from Cork were out yesterday. But the smaller protests that you go to, they're not from the area. You know what I mean? We were in Knock, 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago, and there was 5 people from Knock actually with us, and 200 of us. And that's what RTE run with. They run with, the far right have travelled around the country and this, that, and the other. And like, there's nothing far right about me or anything. I'm just a concerned father, worried about his kids. That's it. End of story.
But there's an awful lot of us that have gone around the country supporting other protests that aren't even in our own county. You know, we've been to Cork, we've been to Knock. You know, last summer, you know, I did several days and a couple of night shifts in Kilkenny. You know, we've been up and down to Dublin. You know, we've been to different places, like, you know, but it has to be locals coming out as well. It can't be just the nationals. You know, for that real impact, it needs to be local people.
Yeah. Get in contact with me there, yeah. Fitzo, yeah. Get in contact with me on 089 203 1527. Pantifa, yeah. It was a joke. We were heard in Clonmel. It was a joke. We were heard in Clonmel, but Orla is right. More locals. We do need more locals, lads. We really do. Trish Clark, I remember that, Paul. Yeah. Like, Trish was with us as well. Miss Panty Bliss. Yeah. That's another scumbag, that Panty Bliss.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Who would you share a tent with, Paul? I have somebody in mind, Michael John. Don't worry. I have somebody in mind.
There'll be a queue outside Paul's tent.
Yeah.
With the blow-up mattress.
Oh, don't start. No, somebody in mind, all right, with the double mattress, yeah. I saw him talking about the injections approximately 2 years ago. Ferg, that's who she's talking about, yeah. Ferg is absolutely 100%. Whoever said that is wrong. Yeah, it's exactly whoever said that is wrong. Is that on Google or Facebook, Suzanne Hayes? I don't know what she's talking about. So, Frank Conway, can you buy
fabric paint?
Yes.
Can you buy fabric paint? Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah.
It would be for the tents. Green, white, and gold.
Actually,
I think you'd probably get them on Temu, wouldn't you? James McPeak. Candace Owens is rumoured to be working on a new documentary called Becoming Sabrina. It's about a sex change obtained by the wife of Michael D. Higgins. Sebastian Coyne changed his name to Sabrina when he married Michael D. Yuck. But you can just imagine it. Listen, there's nothing shocks me anymore. So look at Macrom's wife. Look at her or him. She even sits down like a bloke.
Yeah. Look at Big Mike.
Big Mike, yeah. Look at Big
Obama.
Mike, yeah.
We've all seen the images.
Yeah, we've all seen them.
Who's looking to share a tent with me?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Think you have
around the corner with you,
I see it there. Somebody said put up in the comments, I'll share a tent with Martin.
Where?
You wouldn't, because when I get into the outdoors, I turn into an absolute savage.
Well, you're not really going to be in the outdoors, Martin. You're going to be outside the doll. Jason Patterson. Oh, God.
It's still going to be a loincloth and a pointy stick.
Yeah. There's someone else.
That image now is going to be just like ingrained in my mind now.
Jaden, get to work.
I'm just going to share this here for a minute. Okay, just let people. You talk away there for a minute. I need to. My little girl has just.
Orla, tell everybody where you were today.
I was at Palmerstown House Estate at a dog event.
And what are you doing?
I'm not on the screen anymore.
He just kicked you out.
Yeah, I know.
Fundraising for?
Oh, am I back?
You're back, yeah.
Oh, sorry. There was a dog event on in Palmerstown House Estate, and I was was there with my lovely horse rescue fundraising for them, which is our, and I'm gone again. So it's one of Ireland's largest animal rescues, and it's Ireland's largest horse rescue and pig rescue as well. So it was grand. We're only there from 12 until 4. So it was a good day. It's a good day. I really like them because you get to meet other people there that have their stands, and some people, you only meet them at kind of events like that. And plus, there's always a good atmosphere. People are in good spirits. And then you meet, people that have adopted dogs or have adopted a horse off us or whatever, and they come over to say hello. And yeah, it's good. They're always, they're good events,
But it's just good. It's good to highlight that outside of nationalism, we're involved in other things as well, so to speak. We all have other little side things that we're doing, and the amount of time that fair play to you now, because I know how early you worked this morning to leave to one place to get to another place to be at that. So well done, Orla.
Hence why I was very well behaved yesterday. Only had 3 drinks and that was it.
No, because you'd one down in Cork as well.
No, I had 1 in the place in Dublin, and then I had 2 in the pub in Mitchelstown with you.
You were in Dublin as well? When were you in Dublin?
I only won.
In Dublin? Cork, you mean?
No, 1 in Dublin when we went to that lovely pub that didn't want us there.
Hang on, where were we yesterday?
In Cork. Sorry, why did I say Dublin? I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
3 times you said Dublin. 3
Did I
times.
say Dublin? Oh, I'm too tired.
Where were we? Yeah, it was long. Did you hear the snoring, by the way?
What have you?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
I apparently snore terribly when I've drink taken, or so I've been told. But
No, I didn't hear anything. No.
I didn't. No. I didn't believe it, so somebody recorded me snoring and played it back to me.
Right.
Sound like a very unhappy large cow. That's what I sound like when I snore.
Right. Okay. No, I didn't. I didn't hear anything. So I heard you coming in. I heard the 2 of you coming in all right. The noise you made coming in.
I'm just trying to put that up there. That's what Derek was talking about yesterday. Ourpetitions.ie, one nation, one voice. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and the unfettered control of Irish destinies to be sovereign and indefeasible. Article 6 of An Bunreacht na hÉireann declares all powers of government, legislative, executive and judicial derive under God from the people whose right it is to designate the rulers of the state and in final appeal to decide all questions of national security. We, the people, invoke the right for a call for a referenda on the following: housing, immigration, neutrality, asylum, free speech, citizenship, and reinstate Article 48. 1 name, 1 email, 20 seconds of your day. That's all it takes. I want to vote. I want a voice. I want my country back. So there you go. Okay, people? Somebody's posting in here now something about Martin. What's this?
No, that's just a private joke. I'm talking about snoring, but Shane definitely has me beat on that one.
Yeah, thanks all. Deeply appreciate plugging the date for the doll. It's going to be good. Need everyone on board. 2-fold agenda: helping the homeless and ending the establishment. Yeah, that's no problem, John. We'll keep pumping this out for you. We've another 2. We've loads of shows before then, so we'll keep pumping out. Pepper for better. Yeah. Was with him yesterday all day.
I didn't actually. I didn't even get to see Gavin yesterday. I think I saw most people, but I didn't get to see him. I think he was at the other
Angela
end.
Leggett. It was lovely meeting you and Paul and Michelle on Friday. Met great people in Cork too. Thank you, Angela Leggett. Yeah, how are you, Angela? Yeah.
I know it was great. Like, it's just, it's a long weekend. I went down on the Friday, and stayed over at one of the girls' houses, and you don't realise how much travelling you do, and then I had to be up early this morning to get up to Kildare, and you're kind of like, right, okay, I can sleep for a week now.
Murph, did you stitch Herman a loaf yesterday, Padda Doyle? No, he didn't. Tell him what you did.
We covered that already. We don't need to talk about it.
No,
yeah, but Padda wasn't here.
Look, Herman's been shitting on me in public for months and months and months, and I haven't said a word back because I deal with things face to face. So I saw him in the crowd on his own, and I just walked up and tapped him on the shoulder, kind of came up behind him. He kind of looked at me, oh, well, Martin, like that. And I had my IFP card, my membership card, so I said, want to give that back to you. There you go. And he was there, oh, thanks very much. And I just smiled at him and walked away, like, you know what I mean? So he was rabbit caught in the headlights and stuff like that. But it was very, very funny. And somebody told me his face was very unpleasant after as I was walking away. So yeah, it's good. Yeah, you don't need to be shitting on people online or having public discussions with the guy. Your problem with someone, just go up and stand in front of them, and that's how I deal with things anyway.
I miss the days. You know, I was just thinking about this today. You miss the days of people sitting down and having a civilized conversation. Where have those days gone?
Yeah, you can still do it. You can still do it. The biggest thing is, and I learned the hard way, is stop retaliating. If somebody's shitting you online, they're not worth, they're nonsense people. You know what I mean? People want to have public spats. They're absolute nonsense people. So just try your best to ignore it. And I know sometimes it can be nasty and sometimes it can be hurtful, etc., etc., etc. But to the best, you should just ignore it and report accounts as well. If somebody's leaking personal information about you or doxing you, or just report the accounts, because in fairness, like especially on Twitter and stuff like that, they're pretty good to ban people for leaking personal information and stuff like that, and any form of bullying and harassment and stuff like that. Nobody should have to accept it. So report the accounts and get them banned for a while, and it's a good enough lesson. But yeah, everybody needs to refrain from looking at or commenting on people's personal lives and stuff like that. My line is, nobody passes the purity test. There's nobody perfect, and there's nobody that doesn't have fucking a skeleton or two in the closet. So if you're throwing stones, you should be really careful, because you might get boulders fucked back at you. So everybody just needs to stop. We're all in this together, and it's a case of different paths, different routes. Nobody has this is the big thing, that there's not one individual that has all the answers. You know what I mean? I don't have all the answers. We as a group don't have all the answers. Lots of little different groups working on different things might find some cohesion in the future, and we might be able to put forward some sort of a solution. But this thing of people thinking I'm right, and if they're not with me, then they're wrong, or that it just needs to stop. But sure, look, we're blue in the face. We're saying this for over a year now.
Just seeing Kevin Coyle posting up there. Great to see so many people in Cork. I didn't see you yesterday, Kevin. Well, I didn't see you. I didn't think you were down there. I thought you weren't allowed to go. That's
I didn't see him either.
Yeah, someone asked me as well, as Kevin down there, and I said I don't know. I said I don't think he's allowed to go.
No, but not everyone you're going to see. That was the one thing I found with Cork. You were kind of hemmed in, so it was kind of hard. It was only kind of when the speeches were over, you kind of got chatting to people and things like that. Hey, Avril.
Avril, we work as a collector. How are you, Avril? Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, I'm just going to play a video here from one of the lads.
Is that Avril with the black hair?
Yes.
Great, yeah. Hi, Avril. I saw your pictures today. They were
and the lovely smile. Avril with the lovely smile.
Yeah.
She's lovely, Avril.
Yeah. Paul, don't forget to play Kathy's video, because I want to. I didn't get a chance to even see it.
I'm going to just play this one here. This is from the Red Cow. This has just been sent in to me there. It's from the Red Cow, showing you how many people is living in the rooms. Okay. Just bear with me there, and I'll share this screen. Let's put on that. I'll move us over here. I'll play Kathy's one now in a minute.
This is the Red Cow, look. How many people are in there? What the fuck is this, lads? My God. How many people are living in here? What is going on? This can't be legal, lads. Holy fuck, if a fire broke out in here, how are you all going to get out? My God. Look at this, all the windows wide open. Letting all the heat out. Look, we're paying for that. And there's people in Ireland that are afraid to put their heating on in the house because they can't afford to pay the gas. And look at this. These come in, open the windows, hands out, free food, the whole lot. This is the Red.
That is crazy, isn't it? 8 beds in one room. Wow.
And how many rooms would be there?
Well, that's one of the big rooms. But I'd say you have 4 to 6 beds in each of the other rooms. You know what I mean? You probably have bunks and everything like. And these people don't know who each other are. You know what I mean? It's come on, lads. Avril just said
what's
80% application for asylum seekers have failed. This means they are invaders and the government are harbouring invaders. Treason, crime against humanity. Rise up era. Yes. Yeah.
There was a comment back there. Somebody said something about California. I
Yeah.
don't know what that's about. Something to do with.
Did you see
Yeah.
California? I didn't see what happened in
What's that?
California. No, I haven't
Oh
been
yeah,
on.
so yeah, no, they started under Trump's government. They started deporting the illegal immigrants in California, and the immigrants have started rioting. But Newsom, the lefty governor there, is trying to cover it up. So I think Trump sent in the National Guard, or he sent in some kind of support anyway.
Hmm.
But the media are covering up. But they're wrecking the place. They're burning the place down. Like they're rioting like animals.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually
Trump
sent in the army. All right,
sent in
cool.
the army. I'm just reading that there now.
Well, I'll tell you, like, that'll tell you how bad it is. But
Yeah. What needs to be done?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Well,
The rioting and things like that. You know.
what you make of the what you make of the Trump Musk fallout? What's all
I
that
think
about?
it's all bollocks. It's all
Yeah, it's a bit
crap.
funny. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I remember Julian Assange getting interviewed a few years ago, and he said, "Oh, what's the story? What have you got on Trump for the Epstein files?" He said, "Listen," he said, "there's nothing there for Trump." He said, "If it was there, it would have been released." He said, "There's nothing there." And Trump has come out and told people, listen, RFK Jr. was on his jet twice. He has explained why he was on his jet. He came down from New York to Palm Beach and vice versa with his kids. And he said, if I know, not knowing then what I know now, he said, I'd have never done it. He said, but listen, these things happen, he said. And then there's your man, Alan Dershowitz. He was Trump's lawyer. He's supposed to be on it as well. There's a load of them supposed to be on it. Musk is a bleeding piss bag. Hate that handicap. You have some way with words, Patter. I'll give
Yeah,
you
that's
that
how you
much.
really
Mate.
feel, Heather. We're just not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's a very mixed message there, isn't it?
It's a show.
I know.
Musk.
Look, it's
you know what?
it's probably all
Not-
for show. Yeah.
Yeah, not our monkeys, not our circus. So
Kevin Coyle, there's 315 rooms in the Red
Fucking
Cow.
hell.
Wow. So even if there's 4 in each room, that's 12. That I'd say there's more. There's probably 6. So that's 6 trees, 8. There's probably 2,000 in the Red Cow. You know, easily
Jeez.
2,000 in the Red Cow. Yeah, 764 rooms in the city west. Oh my Jesus Christ, that's Derry Patriot. Derek Bly was so pumped up yesterday when he led the protest away. He had passion on his face, sleeves rolled up, looked very proud. His brother gave a great speech. They did, yeah. They were all good, I have to say. Brilliantly well. I'm going to be honest. I had the speeches there, but some of them went on for 6, 7, 8 minutes, and I thought, oh, people just won't be listening. You know what I mean? Anyone who wants to watch the speeches and see them on TikTok or wherever else. By the way, Martin, was Jackie Kavanagh there said that she would share the tent with you. We're just saying. That was ages ago. So
I'm
terrible.
I'm actually terrible with names and I'm terrible with faces, so I can't remember who that is.
Yeah, sure. Listen, if she climbs in the scratch of your size, you won't be worried about the face or the name.
I
brought out with their families.
Don't come into my tent when I'm camping. Your life will get shot. I just go, fuck, bear, bang.
There's 8. Kevin said there's 8 in the smaller rooms, Paul. Jesus Christ. So that's the smaller rooms. There's 8. Wow. Lads, there's thousands of these people. That video was one of the bigger rooms in the Red Cow. Looked about 8 on each side there. This is madness. It is madness. It's crazy. Michael John Dennis.
Now, actually, do you know what? This would be a good time. Okay. Because I know we have to pick Kat's video, but I sent you on another video today of that's going on over in England. And I think, it'd be very good for people to see it. I think it's probably one of the last ones I sent on to you.
They're taking over England, is that it?
Yes, that one there, yes.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop down then while this is on, and you two can come back and talk to it, okay? So we play this, and you two can talk to it. I'll present this. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Shake of a lamb's tail. Is that the one, Orla?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow! Fuck you, mate. Say, sir? It's your country, is it? Yeah.
It's a Christian country. It's a Christian country. Yes, it is. This is a Christian country.
You're jealous that we're taking over?
You're not taking over. No.
Why are we jealous you're taking over?
Why are you taking over? How are you taking over?
Mate, we've got it, mate. We've got it.
You've got it. Is that what you think?
It here.
You haven't got it. Like you've got people scared. You don't have us scared. No. You think you can take over town and tell us that it's your country? You've taken over. Not for long. See this cross? This will prevail. This is a British town. I'll come here where I like. I'll walk where I like.
But if you had a Muslim symbol, you wouldn't say anything.
Hold on a minute. Why is this so fuck you?
Whoa! Stay back.
That's why. Just like that. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Oh, really? You're being hidden because your men can't control their areas. So won't you covering up so that you don't get raped? That's why this is a Christian country. This is a Christian country.
What can you tell us about what some of the Muslims have been saying about this being their town, their country, they're taking over?
They said they've taken over. They said this is no longer ours, it's no longer Britain, that they will drive us British people out and take over our country. They said it's not a Christian country, it's now an Islamic country. They said that I should cover up. Their women are covered up there. Some of them are. Some of them are hurling abuse. You know, it's just, it doesn't resemble Britain anymore. Muslims will take over. What?
That's it's quite. I see in the comments there. That's quite an old video, so you can only imagine how bad
It
it's
is.
over there. Look,
But do you know what gets me there, Martin, right, is the two things for me, right? I suppose maybe being a woman is the aggression behind those men. Absolutely no respect for that woman. Like the way they spoke down to her and the aggression from them. Like, to me, that's intimidation, you know? You were nearly, when you were watching it, thinking, oh my God, were they going to launch at her or something? Do you know what I mean? They could be more than capable of it. And then did you see that other woman, the way she was looking down at her as well, giving out about the way she was dressed? But that English woman was pretty much covered over. She was wearing a jacket and everything. And she was like, oh, you know, you're a disgrace the way you're dressed. It's just shocking. Like, I mean, it wasn't like she was going around in a tiny little, you know, dress going to a nightclub. Like, the woman had, like, you know, like a rain jacket nearly on her. Do you know? It's just, oh my God, it's just.
Look, the
we
only
can't
thing
allow this
that
into
would
the
change-
country. We just can't.
Yeah, but at present, without very extreme measures, we don't have the facility to stop it, because to stop it, we have to stop the mosques. To stop the mosques, we have to control the councils. You know, to, like I said, Islam should be stopped. It shouldn't be like, there's some countries that ban Islam. You know, I would like us in the future to be one of those countries that actually say, no, you are not allowed to practice Islam here, and here are the 10 reasons, because it's a dangerous ideology, etc., etc., etc. And I don't have a problem with that. If you want to practice whatever you want to believe in, that's fine. Go to a Muslim country. Do not come to my Christian country.
And try and take over, yeah.
Well, look, that's what they do. Look, and they don't lie about it. They take the softly approach. They use the left. Their method is the same in every single country. They cozy up to the left. They are all nice and friendly until they get enough power in politics and in numbers, and then the aggression starts, and they start taking over communities, etc. But look, I see people in the comments talking about Indians and Pakistanis as well and stuff like that. Yeah, there's huge demographics coming in here, but you know, some are Christian, some are Muslim. But if you told me,
seemingly they say that all it takes, you know, for it to start getting really bad, is all you need is 30%. 30% of the population.
Well, less than that. Sure, we're above 30% foreign-born nationals, and at present, like, I think we're only about 64 to 67% indigenous at the minute. But yeah, like, if you ask me the question, right? Let's say your country's going to get flooded with illegal immigrants. Do I, you know what I mean? I can't stop it. Do I want them to be Christian or Muslim? You're damn right. I'll take the Christians over the Muslims. I do not want Islam in this country. I don't want it to get a foothold. Immigration is a problem regardless, but if we're going to be flooded, let's be flooded with people of the same moral values as us. Islam does not have the same moral values as us, and they do not respect life the same way we do. And this message of religion of peace and love, it's all lies. I haven't read it from cover to cover, but I've read enough of the Quran to understand that this is not a religion. This is
not a religion of peace.
No, but the book is a document on totalitarian control, mass murder. If they don't bow down, kill them. It's not. It's a handbook for destruction. So, but yeah, look. But again, if we can't take the councils back some way, then we can't stop the planning and permission for the mosques. If we don't have political sway, then we cannot instruct on Garda Síochána to close down the illegal mosques. We cannot, we have to get control some way in huge numbers, like
And you have to remember, we have two issues. It's not just illegal immigration. I've spoken about this on several occasions. It's legal migration is the problem as well. That is what happened to England. Them coming in legally. It's the amount of them.
But that's the main pressure on the housing market at the minute. It's actual vulture funds buying up huge amounts of properties and selling them to wealthy Indians. We should do a whole show on the caste system in India as well. Just let people know about your friendly neighbor, Indian neighbor might actually have a slave living in the house, depending on what caste system they come from. Look, just at this point, it's just fuck off home, everybody. Will you? We need to sort ourselves out for about 10 years.
Sort out our own country and our own people.
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah. For about 10 years, and then we'll consider maybe bringing in maybe 2,000 per year just to fill whatever role needs to be filled while we train up people to oh God, it's so.
Well, give out the jobs to the Irish. Whatever Irish is there, give the jobs to Irish.
No, you can't. It's which came first, the chicken or the egg. You can't just say give people jobs, because if you give an Irish person a job but they still have nowhere to live, then they're still not going to stay. You have so many things to tackle. Every aspect of life at the minute is too expensive, and it's all of these expenses are artificially inflated. There's nothing natural about current cost of food. There's nothing natural about current cost of fuel and heating and energy, etc., etc., etc. The markets are being manipulated to put financial strain on most of Europe, funnily enough, all at the same time. And the design is most likely the collapse of the fiat currency system and the implementation of the forced digital currency upon everybody. But there's so much to fix.
Well, you also have to remember, though, Martin, you look at all our hotels, a lot of our, we'll say, petrol stations and all that, they're all full of foreigners. They should be Irish. How can you go into a hotel and get an Irish welcome if the man on the door, behind reception, serving you food, behind the bars, are all foreign, right? You look at all your shops, like your Apple Green, your Circle K and all them, an awful lot of them, not all of them obviously, but a lot of them are all foreign, right? I started working, my first job was in Dunn Stores, right? And then I moved on to a hotel, and I worked in a hotel for several years, right? I would have worked in a shop and all that as well. Like, your students would rely on jobs in hotels and petrol stations and stuff like that. Like my own son, he works part-time in a petrol station as well. But by more foreign people coming in and taking those jobs, there's less jobs then for the likes of the students. Younger people trying to earn a few pounds, put themselves through college, et cetera, et cetera.
Again, you can say, Irish people should fill all these roles. So let's say that the wage is 13.50, 14 euros an hour, right? And you're doing a 37.5 hour week or a 39 hour week. There's no Irish person can live on that. You wouldn't be able to afford rent and keep a car on the road. Now, you see, there's different living standards that people will accept. A lot of non-nationals will accept a much lower living standard than we've become accustomed to. You know what I mean? They'll live, 15 to a house. You know what I mean? There's basically one lad getting out of bed and another lad getting into a bed. You have that with the, with the foreign workers, the fruit pickers and the meat factory workers and stuff like that. You have an awful lot of that. There'll be 20 people in a house. You know what I mean? One lad is, yeah. So yeah, you have that. You also have huge amounts of Indians buying up these little corner shops, and buying up properties and actually buying the franchise, for petrol station, etc. and stuff like that, because they're wealthy. These people are wealthy, but they're also probably availing of mass government grants. The 50,000, maybe
60,000 over 3 years. Yes.
Maybe the Sharia financing where they get the interest-free loans. So look, everything is stacked against the Irish man and woman at the minute. But
that needs to be changed, because we have to look after our own people. We can't have them immigrating out of the country. Like, my son is 23, he's finished college. Where is he going to go and what's going to happen to him? Is he going to live in the shed out in the garden? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, we have to look after our own people.
Yes. Hang on. The government said yes, he can live in the shed in the garden. The government has said you can do that. You can put your kids in the shed. Look, my eldest fellow is the same. Do you know what I mean? I've two adult children living at home because there's nowhere else for them to go. But none of this will be changed by any current sitting political party.
Oh yeah, no, we know that.
They don't want to. So the only way to change this, there's two solutions. There is the revolution solution, which I don't think we're anywhere near, or there is the political solution. And when I say political solution, that means, on the ground protest, etc., 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 where we put so much pressure on the government, we either force them to make such mistakes that, that they have to leave power and somebody else gets a chance. Or we actually build up such a good political machine that we can actually challenge them on the doorsteps. And even that in itself, it's going to take time. We have to control the elections. We have to control I would say the next round of elections, if we don't have militia at the polling stations, there's no point in actually us even going to the polls or running candidates. And when I say militia, I mean militia.
Yeah.
To stop.
But then you've got the other problem as well. You have Fianna Fáil, you have Fine Gael, you have Sinn Féin, you have People Before Profit, you have the Greens and all them. Like, they're all running foreign candidates as well. Like, even AN2 ran foreign candidates. Like, they get into power. That's exactly what happened over in England as well. Once they get their foot in the door. There's a plan there. We have to make sure we have as many Irish running as possible and not foreign candidates. Or we're going to end up exactly like the mayor over in England and all the other ones over there that are all foreign. They're all Indians.
Yeah, but you can say you can say run as many Irish candidates if you want, but what we'll end up with is the same situation. We've 6 Irish nationalist candidates running for one
for the
seat.
Same 5 spots. Yeah.
So look,
I don't mean it like that. I like what I mean is, as in, these parties should not be running foreign candidates. They should be running Irish candidates.
No,
like, an Indian person or an African person is not going to care if my son can get a house, or if my daughter can get out, or your kids can get out. They're not going to care.
Yeah, but these political parties don't care about the.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
They care about the state of Ireland. They work for the state. They want the money from the state. They want the kudos and the pats on the head for being good little boys from Brussels. You know what I mean? Oh, you hit your quota for women, and you hit your quota for foreign, etc., etc., etc. But again, what we're talking about is we're going around in circles unless we can build something that is a genuine political machine, and I mean machine, that can actually put policy to the people to say that this is how we are going to fix it. This is how much it is going to cost. This is how long it is going to take. And these are the people we're going to piss off while we're doing it. And you just need to be as black and white as that. And then, like I said,
make sure that the political party is Irish first. Simple as that.
You mean Ireland first? or era first.
Go on. Sorry, we're going to move on. I just want to talk about she's a great lady, Teresa. She went into the Lion's Den on Friday and with the Muslims and prayed the Rosary and was thrown out. So did you meet her yesterday? No.
Yes.
Amazing woman. Just
okay,
yeah. I'm just going to play the video here from her when she got interviewed with Philip. So when she came out, so I'm just going to play the video. Teresa is a lovely woman. She's a great woman and a very passionate Irish woman. So let me just play this now and you'll hear it.
Hey, Teresa, will you? Give me a hug. You okay? Did somebody...
No, I wasn't hurt. I wasn't harmed.
You're emotional about this. You went in there on the QT. Take your time. Take your time.
I did.
So this is Teresa from Drimna, and she's been with Southside Says No for a long time, on the forefront, on the front line of all of this. A brave Irish warrior woman. I know her well. She's come out of here now. She's worn her T-shirt, made her point in there. You said a rosary. There's a rosary beads, guys. What happened? Tell us.
I just took the gear off, and while they were praying, I don't know who their head fella is, whatever his name is.
Kadri, Al-Kadri.
Yeah. And as I was to tell them, it was a shame on them. The people had died on that ground. This is sacred ground for us. How dare they? They should be all ashamed of themselves. Very upsetting. And as I was saying the rosary, he was still praying over me and kept praying over me. It's
of course he did. That's what they're here to do. It's an interview. I got an interview earlier with him, and he was, trying to do his own little PR stunt or whatever, but he wouldn't answer any questions.
No, well, he was hugging and loving everybody in there, I have to say. Shame. It's a sad day, I tell you, to see what's going on in there.
And again, that stadium has been historically sacred for Irish people. 14 people were shot dead in there by invaders.
Yes, absolutely.
And now they're bringing in more invaders.
More invaders. I mean, how can anyone justify their religion or what they do? Marrying children that are only like 8 years of age.
Muhammad married a 6-year-old.
Yes, I know.
It's in their doctrine. It's in their book.
And there people think it's okay. I asked them, is your job worth it? The man that put me out, I said, your father, your great-grandfather, are you not ashamed of yourself?
What grounds?
What
grounds did he put you out?
They just kept telling me to shush and be quiet while I was saying the rosary. But I said it all the way out the door. Told me to shush, that there was children around. Shush.
And you're obviously emotional now about it. I don't blame you.
As I said, I wasn't hurt. Nobody put their hand. I was just asked to leave. I made sure I grabbed my runners on the way out because he took my shoes off me.
It was very brave of you to go in there on your own and do that.
I'm just sick of it, Philip. I'm sick and tired at this stage of what they're doing. They're taking over our country. We've nothing left. They're stripping everything, our history, our culture, our religion, everything.
Fantastic woman. Absolutely fantastic.
God love her.
You're on mute, Paul.
Sorry, yeah, she is a good woman. I tell you, I was talking to her yesterday. I was standing with her yesterday. I got a picture. My green screen is acting the bollocks here.
Paul, I sent you on, I think, a couple of he's gone. There's a couple of screenshots I think I took in relation to
Orla, I can still hear you, Orla. I can still hear you. Go on.
Can you? Well, you didn't hear what I was really saying about you. I sent you on a couple of screenshots maybe to put up in relation to the GA thing.
I watched him in the green room there. His green screen is falling down on him.
You can't access them, Martin. Sure, you can't the messages, can you? The stuff from the group, from the WhatsApp group. Oh, he's back. He's back.
For the show one, no, I don't have access to
that. Martin, be quiet. Paul's back. Don't be saying that.
No, he's gone again. And he's back. And he's muted.
This is doing my bleeding head in this green screen. I don't know what the story is. I'll sort it in a minute.
Oh,
I'm just going to play this here for a minute as well. This is the Islam thing. Islam, the religion of peace. And we'll come back and talk about it in a second. Okay.
That's coming. It's coming.
I can see you there. I can hear you too. Shut up, right?
Yeah, Orla, show up, right?
Right,
Unbelievable.
I'm back in the room here now. This is just, it's just this was doing me head in. But what I will say about the other day, but you can see that the religion of peace, what they have to do, and this, that, and the other. The infidel is not your friend, kill them, and everything else. This is all in the Quran. And my ma said it to me today. I've read bits of the Quran. I said, what bits have you read? Is it you read the ones? How old was Aisha when she got married? I don't know about that. And then my sister says to me, I think she was 6, was she? I said, yeah. I said, and how old was she when they consummated the marriage?
9.
I don't know. 9, was it? I said, now Linda, come on. I said, that's
9.
Yeah. But what's this here? I don't either, Paul. I don't think so either, Paul. I don't know what that was. Islam is a death cult. Yeah. But we watched there on Friday, right? Myself, Ferg, and the rest of the people that were there. The amount of our young children being bussed in there to see this shit. You know what I mean? This is indoctrinating our kids. You know what I mean? That's exactly what this is, and it's wrong. But I'm going to be honest with you. If my kids had been on them buses and I knew about it, I'd have been taking them off the buses outside Crow Park. So you know better not to fuck with me now when it comes to shit like that. I'm telling you now.
Was there not something about a book being brought into the schools in relation to
there is a book in the schools. Yeah, there is.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
No,
homeschool your kids. Homeschool your kids. Just take your kids out of school. Just homeschool your kids. It's the best thing to do. Just homeschool. Yeah. Actually, everybody should just quit their jobs. Actually, this is a solution because I see people saying politics don't work. Everybody quit their jobs. Everybody. Go on the dole. Milk the state. Absolutely milk the state. Have 6 children. Claim everything you can claim from the state. I mean, absolutely everything. We'll do it for 10 years. As many people as possible. Do what the invaders do. The exact same thing. You milk the state for absolutely everything you get. You demand housing. You demand free shit. You demand, and you just have babies. That's it. And men, you just stay and protect your fucking women and family. But that's an actual solution. 10 years of that. Nobody's working. Everybody's just milk the state. Let's all the shit that they're getting. Right, let's take it. Let's take every single back off them. Everybody demand medical cards. Everybody demand a free house. Everybody demand assistance for whatever you can get. Milk the state for 10 years and have as many children as you can. And like I said, homeschool them. We build our own little communities of. All you have to do is teach kids how to read, write, and do basic mathematics. Get them to 12 years old with the ability to read, write, basic mathematics. That's it. They can everything else they can sort out for themselves. They have the skills required to learn whatever they need to learn. But that's it. Quit your job tomorrow. Everyone, just quit. Go on the dole.
All right, I've quit. I'm gone. That's it. That's me gone tomorrow. I'm going to sign on tomorrow.
Now you need to find a woman of childbearing age and knock her up 6 times.
Okay.
There you go.
Maybe not. But yeah. Listen, girls, is anyone out there that's childbearing age? Give me a shout. Yeah. I have that good stuff. I have the pure blood stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have. Yeah. Before this weight.
Don't even look at me. I am done. I'm not having any more kids.
I get one more, Orla.
No, I don't want any more kids.
Do it for Ireland.
I would not bring a child into this world right now.
Don't say that. No, don't say that. Don't say that. Because that discourages
that's my choice.
No,
that's discouraging people.
Yeah, just
someone asked there.
It's people's choice.
Yeah, milk the
Michael
state.
John asked there, what would the Muslims think of drag queen story hour? Drag queen story hour, high building springs to mind, just not Palestine. It's true. And all these gobshites with our Palestine for gays and this bullshit. These people are just delusional. It's like turkeys at Christmas. You know what I mean? It's woohoo, let's do it. Let's do it. You're gonna get killed, mate. You're gone. You'll be gone off Liberty Hall. Cheerio. Wee. But they just don't see it. Yeah, we're the gobshites, you know what I mean? I like the sound of that, Martin. I forgot my name. The meme looks good. She might be childbearing.
You know what, actually, when you're talking about childbirth and things like that, right? And having kids. I was very young I was young when I had my son. And the gynecologist over me was an African man. And his attitude was horrendous. I mean, I nearly died. The baby nearly died. I had to go in for an emergency cesarean. When my son came out, he wasn't breathing. He had to be resuscitated. He had to go into ICU. He's very lucky to even be alive. But, you know, he didn't care. It was all about, you know, you have to have a natural birth. You have to have a natural birth. Do you know what I mean? It was that mentality, you know? And the guy nearly died. The baby nearly died. And that was the attitude. But I wouldn't have gotten that attitude if he'd been an Irish doctor, you know? But my son is very, very lucky that he's alive. He really is, because it could have gone the other way. And I think because I was young as well, you know, you didn't have that same respect. Do you know, if you'd been an older person, I don't mean an older person, sorry, an older woman, like, do you know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah.
But it was shocking. It was absolutely, my treatment was shocking. My son nearly died.
Isn't it 80% of all of the court cases for medical
85% are all foreign nationals. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, there you go. Now, like, what does that tell you? These people are coming in here, and it's the same village that is pumping them out.
It's the attitude. It was the attitude of him towards me that, you know, oh, you're supposed to give birth naturally. Do you know what I mean? But he left me so long that my son nearly died, and I could have died because it ended up in an absolute emergency situation, and that was down to him, and I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Bit late to sue him now, though, is it?
Yeah, but this is it. These people are coming from the same village. I'd say the same guy has the printer, and he's the one that's printing up all the shit for them. There you go. Yeah. He's the only one in the village that has a printer, and he's the one that does it for them. But you see, there's an awful lot of women over in Africa. They're having their babies at home, or some of them are even probably having them out maybe on the, you know, nearly out in the streets. Do you know what I mean? And
you know what the mortality rate is?
There's no proper, some of these villages have no proper healthcare. Do you know what I mean? But like, you know, but as I said, it was just the mentality of them. It was shocking.
I just want to play a video here that came in yesterday. This was in Dublin yesterday. 2 guys fighting outside Granger's pub. 2 foreigners, I might add. But this is how bad this town has got. And there's no sound on it. Isn't that mental? Just go on, yeah. You talk away there for a minute. Go on.
Yeah. Have you got some of those? Because we were talking about the GA pitch. Did you pull up some of those things that I sent on to you in relation to that?
Hang on. See, you have so many screens going here now. It's brilliant. Thank you very much, Mr. Fitz. He done me proud there the other day. He done me a good solid. I got me shit together and everything else, and I've loads of stuff here now. It's great. It's studio is just brilliant. Ah, lads, come on, where are you?
Until his green screen starts falling down around him.
It's always the small things.
Did you hear this yet? Oh no, Stephen saying it's brilliant. I didn't, Ferg. Send it on to me there. The Rebel, that's the Rebel County, Irish Blood, Irish Heart. I haven't played it yet. Let me just. So, Ferg, if you have that, send it on to me there, will you? Through WhatsApp, if you can, mate. Is that the video? That's the Rebel County. That was that one. It's this one here. Is this the one? Yeah, no, I'll play that now in a minute, Ferg. I'm not getting any sound on this for some reason. Okay.
Would that be just your end?
It could be just my end, yeah. Just bear with me there, Ola. Happy play this, Paul. This is intro done and updated. This is the new intro, so we'll play that in a minute. Orla, I'm looking for you. The GAA stats, was it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, there was, I think, a couple of things I sent on from Susan.
No.
It'd be just screenshots now. There wouldn't be. They're not videos.
When was the sent these? When?
I think I sent them this morning or today.
This morning?
Maybe, no, was it yesterday? No, maybe it was yesterday I sent them.
Okay. Time for the Irish to start claiming Indigenous rights under the UN Declaration. Is that it? No. I'm not seeing any screenshots from Crow Park. I'm not seeing any screenshots from Crow Park there.
Well, just put up whatever you had, because it could be either. I would have sent stuff on to you anyway.
From Brady?
Well,
that's from the Taoiseach's own logic.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a very good comment that she made there.
Okay, well, as I said, there's none here from Crow Park.
I'll go in and check for the. Yeah, I'll go in and check after.
By the Taoiseach's own logic, if the Irish are not homogenous group, then no group is homogenous. This being the case, how can Irish travellers be classified as a distinct ethnic group in Ireland? And how can ethnicity be protected category in hate crime legislation? That was from a guy called Richie. Okay, and then there's another one there. It's time for the Irish to start claiming Indigenous rights under the UN Declaration in Article 8. Yeah. Play them at their own game. The Irish race is only 0.6% of the world population.
Yeah.
Let me just read this here. United Nations Declaration on Rights of Indigenous People. Article 8. Indigenous individuals have the right not to be subjected to forced assimilation or destruction of their culture. States shall provide effective mechanism for prevention of and redress for A, any action which has the aim or effect of depriving them of their identity as distinct peoples or of their culture, values, or ethnic identities. Sorry, move that up there. Any action which has the aim or effect of dispossessing them of their lands, territories, or resources, any form of forced population transfer which has the aim or effect of violating the undermining their rights, any form of forced assimilation or integration, and any form of propaganda designed to promote or incite racial or ethnic discrimination against them.
So Micheál Martin, Micheál Martin is guilty of
all
of that.
Exactly. All of that. All of that. Yeah. Yeah, he sure is. Let me just stop sharing that. He sure is.
I mean, look, I made a comment. I made a comment today up on Facebook, and I just said, he is our representative. And look at the way he spoke down to people, calling them mongrels. He has absolutely no respect for the Irish people, and he should not represent us.
Well, he doesn't. He represents the state of Ireland. This is the whole point.
And what a state it's in.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So he does not represent he represents the Corporation of Ireland, not the nation of Éire. And this is what people need to understand, that these so-called elected representatives, they're not there for you. They're there for the state of Ireland, which is in essence a corporation. So that's why it's important that we build something that is for the people, by the people. Really, really important.
Yeah, just there you go. There's the Shinners. There's the Shinners yesterday in Cork. Look, standing up against Irish Indigenous people. The Shinners supporting marching in a counter protest against the Irish Patriots in Cork today. Never forget Sinn Féin are traitors. Ireland belongs to the Irish. Sinn Féin are traitors, and I fell out with more people over this, and family members too. There was a video put out here a couple of weeks ago. Dee Wall did it, catching Jerry Adams outside the court. And as she walked out, me and Ferg were standing there, and she said, "What are we here for?" I said, "For Patrick McGreal." And a family member of mine has fallen out with me over that because she was in. He said I was there while she was in there catching Jerry Adams. Who the fuck is Jerry Adams? Jerry Adams is a traitor as well. You know what I mean? They're all traitors. Sinn Féin are traitors, and that's it. And I won't stop saying it. I'll be saying it till I'm blue in the bleeding face. I don't care. They're scumbags. The whole lot of them. They sold out this country. That's what they've done. But I have a video there from Ferg there, and I'm going to just play. And then I'm going to go with, we have a vaccine one there I'm going to go with as well, and that'll be us finished, yeah?
What's the new intro that Jaden's talking about?
Yeah, I have it here.
Close with that, maybe.
Let's go with that then first. Hang on.
No, we're doing Ferg first.
Yeah, do Ferg first. I'm saying close the show with this. With
the other one.
New intro. Yeah.
I think I have this already pulled up here, haven't I? No, we'll go with this one. And we'll do Ferg's one here, yeah. And we'll finish off then in a while because we're nearly 2 hours. We're 2 hours. Lads, Jesus, we're up to nearly 1,500 there, people. Fair play to you all for tuning in. I'd say we have a lot of people at the tuning in from TikTok as well tonight, so I put it up on TikTok. Yeah, but I have to find a way now. We're going live on TikTok. There's a way of doing it. I was looking into it today, and the internet was just shit here, so it just wouldn't work for me. Sinn Féin.
I think this is what Ferg sent me.
Yeah, well, I'm going to play it anyway. Paul O'Neill. I don't know why Malachy Stevenson 2 protesters away from East Wall. Again, I'm sick of all this taking no action at protests. Yeah, I don't know either. There's a lot of stuff going on here behind the scenes that we don't really know about. You know what I mean? So listen, spot on, Fitzy, pack of pricks. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
I'm going to play this. Can you hear the sound on that?
No. Oh, no, we can't.
Yes.
We see starvation, plantation, and war. Our people are resilient. We've seen so many struggles before. Ireland is Irish, you can't deny this. So call us every name under the sun. Biggest, fascist, racist, we'll laugh at every single one. Ireland is Irish. Ireland is Irish.
Let me tell you a story about a land with no snakes, except for two-legged ones all on the take. Theirs is a different 40 shades of green. Soulless money men attack the sons of Roisin. They turn your boys into girls and your girls into boys. Fill impressionable young minds with their filthy lies. Replace national identity with a cancer of woke, so the kids can't decide if they're a board or a bloke. They flood us with aliens with no love for this land. They're only concerned with what we put in their hand. But some we remember, we've answered the call. From Cork all the way up to sweet Donegal, and from Dublin to Galway and all the towns in between. The descendants of Brewer, Tom Clark and Dan Brain will face a more subtle psychological invasion. Their weapon of choice is the power of persuasion. The land that they fought for has been given away by globalist plants who one day will pay. We must not surrender our homeland so dear to these devious parasites who rule solely through fear. Ireland is Irish, we will survive this. We see starvation, plantation, and war. Our people are resilient. We've seen so many struggles before. Ireland is Irish, you can't deny this. So call us every name under the sun. Bigot, fascist, racist, we laugh at every single one. Ireland is Irish. of gypsies on the street where the rallies stood down. Irish men and Irish women proclaim their vision, but now we are like strangers in our town. There's always sellouts and traitors who prioritise greed over people and culture, or cattle and seeds. They'll poison our rivers, give other nations our fish. And if we complain, sure they'll call us selfish. We need to share what we have, sure it's an Ireland for all. While these scams line the pockets of the creeps and the dolls. Stakeholders and vultures, they all get their cut. While our
You gotta say yeah, people, we have right. The parties mongers. We all need to sound like fucking preacher. We all need to
force names. The new God-free censor commission the man. Punishes truth to push on with the plan. All of our money towards yet another quango. Rambo, you Charlie, uniform November and tango.
Who did the music for that, or who's
I don't know.
That's Stephen Sutton. He's brilliant. He's a brilliant artist. Have you never heard his songs? I'm gonna start doing his songs here.
It's brilliant. It's really, really good. I haven't
He
heard that
is
before.
a brilliant artist. I have to say, he has done some great tunes. Have you not heard of his?
No, I just got never heard it before. Yeah.
Look
Brilliant.
for Stephen
Absolutely.
Sutton on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. He does all the Irish songs for us for the nationalist movement. And me and him, we were only talking today, and I said I must play more of his stuff. You know,
Does he put any of it out? Is it on Spotify or anything? Or?
Oh yeah, it's all out. He puts all his music out. Yeah, and Ferg uses all his stuff. Like, you know what I mean? He has some great stuff. Honestly, he really has. Why does Steenie want 5k for Poxy speakers? Is he hosting a bleeding AC/DC gig or what? $5,000 me bollocks, Steenie. What's that? Is that Malachy looking for $5,000? I don't know.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know what the story is. Something to do with the speakers, yeah.
I don't know. Well, I know, Joan, I've been selling the hats there for Joan. I've money there to give towards it, like, you know what I mean? So that's what they were doing. They added the extra £2 on to put towards the speakers, as far as I know. So people were asking in the comments there, and they were asking about the hats. I have a couple there. I know there's a few more floating. So if you want it, you'll get me on the mobile number there. Someone tried to ring in there. I can't answer it while I'm on the show. So I will talk to you after the show. Give me a ring after the show, and I will have a chat with you as well. But you'll get us on that 0892031521 if you want the hats, and I'll sort that out for you. I can get you sorted out with hats.
I'm just giving Stephen a follow there on Spotify, so I'll have a listen to his stuff.
Yeah, Stephen Sutton. He also did Krusty Hero. Have you heard Krusty Hero? The Krusty
I've
Hero
heard
song?
that. Yes. Okay, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yes. He was brilliant.
He's a
Yeah.
sound guy.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah.
Well done.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaden wants me to play this intro. I better play it. Hang on.
Before we start, I messaged you on the WhatsApp group, so just take a look at that first.
I'm looking at you here. Orla, this is the government numbers. The Irish government. No, you sent that in to me. I had that there.
But you didn't put it up.
Did we not do this already on Thursday?
No, I don't think so.
Again.
No, it shows the numbers coming in, and then you can just read what I wrote out.
Yeah, just bear with me there.
And then don't forget that other video.
I won't forget. Okay, which video?
There you go. Which video?
One Cathy sent us. Yeah, I have that there. I have that.
Are you going to have a domestic, eh?
No.
I
said,
what's that, Martin?
I said, are you going having a domestic now? Because I'm getting out of here.
No. You can do a Herman on it if you want. We're going to just talk about vaccines now in a minute. So,
I don't have domestics. I'm the boss, and he disagrees.
This is what was sent in there. There's 3,000 after being brought in illegals into this country since the start of 2025, and this is where they're all working. Is it, or is this what this is?
Yeah.
Transport and storage 399 accommodation and food services 1,500 547. Information and communication activity 1678. You can see it there. It says finance and insurance activity.
Look at the healthcare. Health and social work.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, there you go. You know, arts and entertainment, domestic activities of households and employer 1. Look, yeah, they don't like cleaning, these fuckers, you know. Public administration and defense. And then we had how many of them passed out in Templemore yesterday? Did you see it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Disgraceful.
But
I'm
look
gonna be
at all
honest.
those jobs that are now taken up.
Yeah.
You know, by foreign people.
Irish people don't want to do this Gardaí job anymore, and that's why they're going into mosques. I had a bit of a spat with an ex-Garda on Facebook about it. I said that the Gardaí are working for the Crown now, and he said, that's bollocks. I said, what's bollocks about it? I said, they're working for Drew Harris. I said, Drew Harris swore allegiance to the Crown. I said, he's a PSNI chief inspector, the whole lot. I said, and now he's running this country, the police force. I said, so yes, they are working for the Crown, and that's my opinion, but it's the opinion of a lot of people too.
Paul,
you know
it's a fact that the guards are recruited through a UK company, a company based in the
Yes.
UK. That's not, you're 100% right in that. It is a UK company hiring the current Irish police force.
Yeah. It's not a conspiracy theory to say who's behind the plantation. Bob Geldof, Paul Hewson, Peter Sutherland, Simon Harris, Alan Shatter, Ronan Lenton, Andy and Saoirse Pollock, Micheál Martin, and Ivana Bacic. All Jews. Okay. I don't like getting into the whole Jew-Palestine shit. It just gets on me. You know, it's a losing battle once you start doing that, you know. But yeah, and listen, Jews run every media company in the world. There's 5 companies in the world that run the media, and they're all owned by Jewish owners. So draw your own conclusions to that. Okay, let me go with Jaden here. Wake up, read my comment. Okay, let me see. The advisors of the civil service are empowering scripted speeches unelected. They run the country. He just wrote there. I don't know who it was there, but he wrote, read my comment, please. Wake up and read my comment. Okay. It's the advisors and civil service are the real power. Scripted speeches, unelected, they run the country. I don't know who that's from, but yeah, they do. You're right. They do. Hi, Paul. Yeah, Jerry Healy. Okay, I'll talk to you in a while, Jerry. Yeah, just bear with me there. And I'm just going to go with Jaden's. Where is the bleeding hell is Jaden gone there? Right. I'm going to play this now. Apparently, this is the new intro. We'll go with this.
Well, let's see. Let's see what this is like.
Oh, God.
Oh, he had it in Ferg.
Yeah, he did.
If Jade is still on, who's the two in the what you call it?
In the Jeep. Yeah, that's me and Hans Hop. That's me and Hans Hop.
Ah, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he'll tell you, I look very bald in that. No, don't go with that. Don't go with that.
actually, sorry to just we're talking about bald. Look, it's disgraceful, but it's very funny. Did you see the Gavin Pepper poster in the lefty crowd?
Yeah.
No, what?
Oh, you'll find it online. I won't say it online.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give that whatever lefty freak came up with that. It is actually funny.
I'm just gonna go with Kathy's video.
I haven't seen this now, so I just want to see how it turned out.
Yeah, and we'll go with this. And
yes, it's past now.
Yeah, I know. See, time flies when you're having fun, Arla.
Mm-hmm.
Love that, yeah.
memories, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that. Is
I
that up on
love
TikTok?
that
Is it?
tune. What?
Is that out on TikTok or what's it out on?
No, she only did
I
it
don't
this
know where
evening,
she
so
got on
I
it.
didn't even
She
get a
only did
chance
it
to
this
see it.
evening.
Oh, bang it out, Kathy. We'll get it shared. We'll get it turned.
Yeah, get it
Yeah.
shared out there. Yeah, everyone.
I'm in it loads, so that's all that's important.
Yeah. I'm only in it for a few because I was late getting down. There's loads of ones I'm at the missing here. Pada, you up air the first. Yeah. Great show, lads. Thanks, Orla, Martin, and
Thanks,
Paul.
Trish.
Yeehaw. Yeah. I don't think we'll go with the what you call it one. We leave the vaccine one for Tuesday and Thursday. Okay.
Okay.
So again, thank you very much. Great show. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Orla. What's the reason for holding a protest on a Sunday? Seems very strange. Well, I'm going to be honest. A lot of people have been asking who have to work on a Saturday. A lot of people can't get to the protest on a Saturday, and they have been asking about Sunday. So I think this is one. Yeah. See you in Limerick next week. Shin and Adina will be great. Yeah, no problem. We will be there next week. Shin and Adina will be there. Ireland Force will be there. Children, John Moyles, tune. Yes, it was a tune. Robert Moyles, not John Moyles.
Robert Miles, yeah. Really good, yeah.
Children. Yeah, what's this image now? What they're coming into me there? Yeah, did you see? Is this the one you're talking about? The only great replacement is Gavin Pepper's hairline. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
It's brutal, but it's fucking.
No, I'm not going to show it. I'm not. Gavin's me mate. I'm not going to.
I know,
show
but like it's come on. It's funny. Gavin's good sense of humor, but it's fucking funny. It is funny. But you're still, whoever fucking made it, you're still a lefty piece of shit. And
yeah, piece of shit. Yeah, best live show online. Thank you very much, Pat. Fair play to you. Yeah, lads, we're at the hitting 1,500 and odd there. So fair play to you. Thanks very much for everyone. And everyone, listen, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. And if you want to buy me a coffee, you walk away. There you go. Put it up there across the screen. Buy us a coffee on Stripe if you want it.
And Orla's had enough Bulmer. She doesn't need any more.
Yeah.
I had 3 yesterday. 3. That was it.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm just going to put that across the end. That's shinandadina.ie. That's www.shinandadina.ie. Join us and please help us out there with Shin and Adina. We have them in every county, most counties in any way. So there's nearly 700 people nearly, isn't there? We've 700 nearly, Martin, isn't it?
It's huge. It's absolutely
huge.
Massive.
Yeah.
Fair play. And look, to be honest, that work is being done on the ground by local communities. So fair play to every single one of you.
Yeah.
They're I watch the messages and all the group. This just look amazing people. You're amazing people out doing street patrols, etc. and stuff like that. So well done.
I've also set up an X channel as well on the at Irish column. I just set that up, and anyway, just to have it as a backup there on X at Irish column. So if you can go in there and like and share it to your friends, that would be cool. And
so Martin, did you have any Guinness last night afterwards?
Oh, I had several, and a whiskey.
Oh, had you?
Yeah.
Were you still crying over the one I poured down the sink?
Hang on, I just need to address something here. Paul O'Neill, Gavin with 80 grand council wage. Yep, he's done well out of this. Gavin gets nothing near 80 grand. They get 30 grand or 31 grand. That's what they get. Come on, Paul. Come on, an 80 grand council job. There's TDs aren't even on that, for Jesus' sake. Cop on there, will you, mate? And I don't know what is hitting on Gavin.
I don't know if Dublin's any different, but I think a councillor's wage is only 28,000, as far as I know.
No, it's about 36. Yeah, no, I think it's about 36
and
now.
You get 5 grand then, I think, for a secretary for whatever.
Yeah, you can bump it up. I remember posting all the tip councils. So if you're the chair and you do all the training and all the stuff to send you on, you can hit about 58. I think was the highest one, because I posted all of the 40 sitting councillors' wages during the local elections, and I think it was about 58 was the highest one. But the average was about 36, because you can sign up for courses, etc., and you get expenses and meals and stuff like that. It's not like you couldn't live in it. You know what I mean? It's not
30k
enough
and
giving.
band again goes plus backhanders. Well, I'm telling you now, I can guarantee you, Gavin Pepper is not taking any backhanders because Gavin Pepper cannot be bought. I'm telling you now, he's my mate. There's no way there's any backhanders going to Gavin. There is backhanders, all right, and we will touch on that in another show. There's people not talking about certain people that are doing things here with iPass centres and the whole lot. Gavin is the only one that's calling people out. So it's the ones that aren't calling these people out that you need to be looking at, not Gavin Pepper. Well, that's all I'd say to you, lads.
What's the what you said that new X account was, Paul?
Hang on there, I'll put it up there now.
The Irish column.
At Irish column. At Irish column. That's it. Yeah. It's just I've about 50 people on it now at the minute, but it means if we get up to a couple of thousand, we can share this out on that as well. You know the sort of way. At Irish column, yeah. And then we also have shinanadina.ie, www.shinanadina.ie. Now I know who it is. Okay, Patrol, great. Now I know who it is. Okay, Jackie, fair play to you. God bless you too, Jackie. Yeah, and we will be talking to you in Limerick next week. Please, God, hun. So, yeah, Shinanadina. Yeah. Well, Martin, thank you very much for this evening. It's been lovely to have you on here and talking about whatever. And listen, it is what it is. Tom has left the building, so we soldier on.
We do, as we always have.
Yeah. Go on, I'll drop you down. I'll talk to you in 2 minutes.
Cheers,
everyone. Mate. Thanks very much. Orla, again.
Have we got Padder's line? Come on, Padder, where are you?
Where is he, Padder? Where's Padder? Here comes the line. Yup.
Good man, Padder. You never let us down.
Gavin, I wasn't talking about him. No, never. I know you went banned again, but that's why I'm just getting that out there to people, because if anyone does think that, I wouldn't have anyone thinking any way bad against Gavin, because Gavin is a true patriot. He's all for the people. How is nobody investigating Pascal O'Donoghue? I don't know, to be honest with you. We're nearly up there, lads. Sean Mack, let's get him fired. Thanks again. God bless. Thanks again.
Thanks,
take care, everybody. Night, kids. Orla, I'll drop you down and I will talk to you in 2 minutes. It's
no
been
problem.
Emotional again. Night. Well, people, thank you very much. It's been a brilliant night. Great night again tonight. I'm at the hitting 15-10 here at the minute. Fair play to everyone. You know what I mean? Pascal Donoghue, this is what he's talking about. He signed off on the bike shed, the security hut on the wall, and the extra children's hospital spending. Listen, they're all scumbags, the whole lot of them. Thanks, show. Great show. Good night, everyone. Night and God bless. Good night, Wicklow. Good night from Wicklow. Good night, Wicklow. Good evening, everyone. Good night and God bless everyone. Good evening, folks. Another great show. Thank you very much. But without you, as I said, we wouldn't have this show. You know what I mean? Well, without me being the boss and all that. Isn't that right, Orla? Good night and God bless.
Yeah, I can come back in.
You can be the boss as well then if you want. You can be one of the bosses. Okay, people. Thank you very much, everyone. And like I say, every night we have the show. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless. Take care.